Hello all. Sorry, I thought I had a game there, but then somebody at the last second hit decline. So we'll get right back in the queue and hope another game fires pretty quickly. And then I'll throw out announcements once it hits. But yeah. Otherwise, I was just reading. Thought I finally, I don't pay enough attention to the forums, but I was just reading through other people's thoughts about the snake. I heavily disagree with the Cerbic's claim that he thinks the stats are going to show an overall improvement. My instinct is that we definitely are not going to see an improvement. Um, Also, worse by a lot. I still complain about that. A big negative? Oh boy. Yeah, I have very different. Sorry, this is a boring start to the stream. Sorry, I thought I had a game and then it failed, and now I'm just reading people argue about Snake, and I should get back into these Snake discussions because I have strong opinions as well. But yeah, this is This is taking a while to get a game now. Hey, Heroic Logic, thanks so much for the sub, though. Really appreciate that. Um, yeah, the queue fired, and then somebody declined, and now I'm back to waiting, which sucks. It's taking longer than I thought. I've had a lot of luck lately getting games, but not right now. I'm gonna go check the regular. Nope, I don't like the regular tables either. Do not like the regular tables. You've really appreciated these WBC practice streams. Great. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I've been enjoying streaming a bunch again lately, but I can't keep this up forever. But it's been good. Although I just finally paid attention that Star Fox released for Switch 2, so I should also go do that. But no, streaming's good and board gaming's fun. I've been in a big board gaming mood, obviously, but I'm a huge fan of Star Fox 64, and so basically getting a whatever remaster, re-envisioning of that experience. I'm excited. I mean, what I've really wanted is I just want like a direct sequel. I just want the mechanics of Star Fox 64 with whole new worlds and levels, but why would we get that when we could just remake the damn game? I'm kvetching. I'm still looking forward to it, um, but yeah, otherwise Agricola stuff, yeah, I disagree with a lot of people's ideas on Snake, but you know what? If a lot of other strong players are in favor of it, or they like it, or it's a changed thing, I guess so be it. I think a lot of people, I don't know. Apparently, a lot of people don't have fun in fourth seat, and I agree. Every once in a while in fourth, you kind of get wrecked. But we kind of got wrecked from whatever seat we were yesterday. Like, things did not break well. Like, I don't know, stuff happens, but um, anyhow, I still continue to not like. I still continue to not like Snake, but I guess I need to actually go put my thoughts into the Snake thread if that's how I feel. But it is hard. It's hard without stats, so. Everybody wants new stats too, which is valid. Would be cool to get new stats. Anyhow, Ogre Battle and Animal Crossing are the only games on Nintendo you got into. Interesting. I've played a bunch of video games in my life, but yeah, Star Fox 64 is one that I've played a lot, and I still play occasionally. So anyhow, yeah, I am looking forward to going and playing the new Star Fox. It's downloading on my Switch right now, and if I can't get an Agricola game, maybe that is what I should just go do. But I should be able to get a Agricola game. I just have to have patience. It's just, oh, the queue popped and I started the stream and here we are. And I'm actually like, what, we've already waited almost 10 minutes from that moment. Like, I've not waited this long for a queue in a little while here. But it claims we're one player away. Any moment now. Hello, Crazy Crocodile. I thought the queue popped. Well, the queue did pop, but then somebody actually backed out. So now here we sit waiting while I half read forums and blab about whatever else. But not getting a game very quickly. Sorry, getting distracted. Just looking at my phone quick. Um, you've been falling asleep to my streams recently. Hey, thanks. I'm glad to hear that. I certainly used to watch VODs of Econ Sean and Lumen and a few others. Um, and I still occasionally do watch other people's streams. It just depends. I've definitely been getting back into Agricola over the last couple weeks, obviously. But there was a while there where I wasn't playing much, so. We could go peek at my turn-based Agricola game that's almost over. Um, this one, admittedly, is not against particularly great opponents. I don't even remember why I joined this. Probably just because I was bored and it was a fast. I mean, the opponents are fine, 316, 402. I mean, I'm winning this game pretty safely. Basically, none of my opponents could actually make a farm, and I had Collector. It was way less good of a collector than I wanted it to be. I thought I was gonna like get an early hearth and do early collects and do weird things with mandolin, but everything was much slower in the early game than I wanted it to be. All my opponents were like, partly the scores are so low because everybody was like scrapping so hard for the same stuff. And it was really obnoxious. I think I had to grow sooner than I wanted. There was no wood. My opponents were like good about taking all the wood, so like I couldn't just build fences fast or do anything. I even have this freaking shed builder lumber pile, and I never even got to use any of that. But I was thinking I was gonna do all that stuff with mandolin, and it was gonna be awesome. But anyhow, more importantly, we have a real game, so now I can actually throw out stream announcements to others. All right, we have a game finally, which is great. Okay. We have a game. Snake draft replaces one set of trade-offs for another. You're not a fan. Yeah, I mean, I don't think snake draft helps, right? I continue to be in the same boat of like I just don't think snake is helping things. But um anyhow, some good cards here. We have DV Lot against us. We know DV Lot. Recognize playing against them. Top Mighty Dragons played a decent bit of 178, not very good. DV Lot has played a lot and is quite good. Yup. And Grant Pastor also played a lot, quite good. So we have the wrong seat in that the weak player is right after us. I see an Animal Reeve. I'm a big fan of Animal Reeve. I'm a big fan of Hidden Animal Reeve. Delayed Wayfarer, again, very good though. Like very, very good. Just sneaking a resource and having the tactical thing is very good. With that said, there's also a Slurry in this pack. So like Animal Reeve says to get breeding animals. Slurry says to like set up your fences and get breeding animals. It's hard for me not to just want to take Slurry Animal Reeve. I really like Hidden Animal Reeve. There's not a ton else to take here too. I mean, Delayed Wayfarer, but like, I think I like taking Hidden Animal Reeve with the Slurry. Somebody's gonna take Delayed Wayfarer, and then somebody probably takes Clay Hut Builder, and then on the wheel we're looking at just garbage, frankly. As for the miners, there are some other good miners. Muddy Waters, Dolly's Mother, and Food Basket are all quite good, so we're likely to get back something like Paintbrush, Tumbrel, Random Materials, Upholstery. I mean, all these miners are fine. Paintbrush looks like it could be cool here, because like we want to have pigs relatively early anyhow, so being able to paintbrush and like pretend we have a pottery, and eat some extra clay or something could be good, but why do you value Wayfarer so high? Because it's really good. um, I don't know how to tell you, but like this card is really good. Being able to sneak a resource that you need in a key situation, like being able to sneak a reed when you really need a reed, being able to like sneak a stone when you really need a stone, and then still get an action in that round can be very strong. If you have any high OC requirements on your miners, Delayed Wayfarer can help you hit them with tempo. Um, it's very good. It's very good. Veggie Lover. Veggie Lover Kettle. Veggie Lover Kettle. Alternatively, Trap Builder? Nah, it's never Trap Builder. I think it has to be Veggie Lover. Veggie Lover is very good. I don't know how we're gonna get Veggie Lover working yet, but getting Veggie Lover working is a future us problem. Also, how does Veggie Lover work with Slurry? Because scoring, I have to actually hand the pairs in. So with Slurry, Veggie Lover's a little funky. Because I get like I get a sow after round 14, but then I also get to convert crap. So I want like a bunch of stuff in supply, but I also want to be able to sow some of it. I don't know. That part's unclear. But Veggie Lover, I think, is the pick here, right? Yeah, I think Veggie Lover's just the strongest Ock here, so I think it's the thing we take. Um, as for the other cards, Seed Pellets is also decent. Seed Pellets is pretty legit with Slurry. Slurry is a combo with Seed Pellets, because Slurry gives me more unconditional sow actions. Kettle is also just very strong, but I don't actually have a grain source yet, nor do I expect to get one necessarily. So maybe I do Seed Pellets here. Yeah, you know what? I kind of am warming up to Seed Pellets over Kettle. It's kind of crazy, but I think I like this a lot. I think I like this a lot here. Dung Collector. Wait, Dung Collector? Holy shit, team. Okay, set up breeding animals. Set up breeding animals and win. Uh, Each time we breed 2 or more newborn animals, we can pay a food to plow a field. Each time we breed 2 or more newborn animals, we get a sow action. Each time we get a sow action, eventually we maybe get a grain. That's going to be a little harder with Dung Collector, but anyhow. Dung Collector looks great here. This is probably Wood Workshop. Wood Workshop, great way to get some wood. We need wood. I don't have early game ox yet. Mini pasture also looking really good here because I want fences and animal space, but I think Wood Workshop just a little too good. Wood Workshop also just gets me a lot of wood. Yeah. Yep, looks good. All right. We want animal help. Game Catcher is animal help. Alternatively, Cattle Whisper is also actually conceivably okay here. This is a rare hand where maybe just Cattle Whisper makes hitting the cows for Animal Reeve kind of trivial. It's probably not what I'm doing, but I don't hate it. Pig Swill for fences looks good. This is a good pack. Got Drill Harrow. We don't want Drill Harrow, but... Or do we want Drill Harrow? God, this is hilarious. Do we... Like, I don't think I can take Drill Harrow here, but Drill Harrow with the Slurry is actually a thing. Because I could immediately play... Like, I'm going to get extra unconditional sow actions off Slurry. This could be a very weird, like, auto-farming game. Alternatively, like, Artichoke Field is still very legit here, too. Just more spot to sow crops. Also, Artichoke Field counts as a field for seed pellets, so it makes it that much easier to seed pellet. I kind of like the Established Person here also, just for some early fences. Kind of like the Established Person. This is tricky. I kind of like Established Person, kind of like Game Catcher, kind of like Cattle Whisperer. I kind of like Trident, I kind of like Drill Harrow, I kind of like Pig Swill, kind of like Artichoke Field. I don't even hate Lawn Fertilizer because it's at least free, but I think Artichoke Field here. I think I like Artichoke Field. Just another spot to sow crops, a little bit of food, it's a point. It's very playable. Well, it's not that playable. It requires 2 ox. Maybe the 2 ox is actually why we shouldn't take Artichoke Field. Yeah. Maybe we just take Trident as a super easy... Well, Trident's timing is funky for us, though. It's not clear that's good. I'm warming up to Established Person here. I'm warming up to Established Person. It does mean we need a bunch of clay, but wait, we saw a clay hut builder, too. There might be a clay hut builder. I'm going to take the Established Person. If we get clay hut builder back, it's absolutely bonkers. But God, even if we can Establish Person like 9 fences, we can like try to set up Dung Collector stuff pretty early. I don't think I need Pig Swill if I'm taking Established Person, so then it's Artichoke Field or Trident. I guess Artichoke Field. We're gonna somehow get 2 ox down. We gotta draft some ox that do something soon. These are not ox that do something soon. We got back exactly the miners that I expected, and got back like exactly the ox I would have expected. So good drafting from our opponents. I guess paintbrush. I still believe in paintbrush. I don't think I'm building stables with. Well, actually, wait. Tumbrel with all of our slurry nonsense is also actually kind of fun, right? Each time after I take an unconditional sow action. God, can I ever get enough wood for stables? Because again, this is like a hilarious amount of auto farming and auto food. Then this tumbrel could be crazy amounts of food. All right, let's take the tumbrel. Like if we can build a couple stables, actually, tumbrel becomes like a wild amount of food on this game plan. Um, as for the ox, these are all pretty bad. I don't have great crop sources. I guess we could maybe play Silo Keeper, but Silo Keeper is very hard to use. Small Animal Breeder is very hard to use. I don't think we can be a small animal breeder. I guess I take Emissary as like a weird stone source, but I really hate that. I would like cards that do things. Wow, the kettle's come all the way back. The kettle coming all the way back tells you how much. Yeah, God, these cards suck though. I guess give me a kettle. Yeah, I do not have early game ox. Lots of auto farming sounds fun. It sounds fun. It's just a little hard to actually get up. I don't want to play early Animal Reeve, but God, there are no ox that I want to play. I can buy freaking veggies with Food Merchant. This thing is like not a card. I'm never Butler here, and I'm never Publican. All right, I like cut Butler from the table because it's the only card that I think actually does things. New Market is fine. I guess I guess Papermaker. I don't want to play Papermaker either. All right, yeah, this Artichoke Field's going to come out pretty late because we just do not want Ox this game. We do not want to play Ox. At least I'm first seed and I don't have to Ock round one. I kind of just want to take 3 wood, right? Like, I just want 3 wood. RSF is okay, but I really just want a lot of wood before I play Established Person. So, and it's early sheep. Yeah, like, I just want a bunch of wood so I can then establish person fence. Like, fencing 6 and getting the early breeding sheep is fine, because I'm talking about wanting to build stables. So, like, fence 6, and then I, like, build 2 stables later with a room to breed a second type and to, like, tumbrel stuff later is fine. But I really just want all the wood. I do eventually need a reed for a room, but, like, I am not actually I don't really care about fighting for growth here. I have so much auto farming if I can just get crap tons of wood and fences up. Like, if I get crap tons of wood and I get my fences up, freaking dung collector, slurry is going to do so much auto farming points for us. It's going to be so awesome and so amazing. Wow, Red is going to try to run small animal breeder. All right, good luck, buddy. Fair enough. Have fun. If small animal breeder works and adds a bunch of food to the game, fine. That means other people aren't fighting my sheep. So RSF gets taken. That's pretty expected. We'll see if purple wants an Ock. By the way, this is why 4-seat sucks. This is why Snake still doesn't solve things. Like, okay, 4-seat gets an Ock here, and then what? They can probably not start player, and they get a better second action, but does a better second action fix their problems? I'm going to continue to argue no. The fundamental issue with 4-seat is, like, you just don't get the action sequences you want. And that often is, like, it often looks like this, of, like, you have to Ock, but you just couldn't draft any Ocks that were impactful early. So then, yeah, you're forced to play a Shovel Bearer, because, yeah. And then you're still going to just take 2 clay. Okay, I mean, fair enough. So yeah, if major minor flips, my sheep are going to get contested faster than I want them to. Wow, grain gets taken. Interesting. DV lot with RSF and grain suggests sculpture course. I hope you watching you bumble through trying to learn Marine Worlds didn't make the stream. No, I didn't actually open it. We stay start player, classic outcome. Red did not take day labor, which I thought they would. I thought we were gonna just get, thought we might just get stuff. But anyhow, let's just plow, right? Let's just plow. I know that we hypothetically have a bunch of dung collector plows coming later, but I also want to be a little faster about fields because of seed pellets. Seed pellets makes things way better. So like, let's just farm. Major minor does flip, so that's going to make our established person worse. Unless we wheel established person. If we wheel established person, which we probably do because the ox suck, I will absolutely establish person, fence 6, and then slam the 3 sheep neck. Well, that's probably not going to work, right? DV Lot's going to start player, and purple is going to build the fireplace, so we're still not going to get the sheep. Yeah, we're still not going to get the sheep. Although DV Lot is not taking RSF, which would be the natural sculpture course move here. So, interesting. Red took the 2 reed, which is fine. I still will just play the established person here, but I am a little concerned that fireplace means somebody else starts and I don't actually get the sheep. Bonehead, very good. Bonehead's actually a card that people want to play. Hello again, welcome. Your opponent got to 99 and just like sat there for 4 turns so you conceded. It was pretty annoying. That is annoying. Like just cross, but some people are so weird about crossing. I don't understand. Anyhow, RSF does get taken. All right, yeah, we're just gonna Ock establish person because we don't have another Ock we want to play anyhow, and we said fence 6 is fine, and this might get us the breeding sheep. Now we do have to be pretty aggressive about clay because now we want clay for a room and clay for whatever, and we're sitting after a shovel bearer. Okay, you know this is actually a little bit sketch. This is a little bit sketch because the shovel bearer could mega make me regret some of this, but if I mega regret some of it, so be it. I still think this is good. Like, you were so far out of it, just end the game, please. Yeah, I agree. Like, if your opponent's that far behind, like, just build a pavilion, right? Like, literally just cross. Like, just finish the game. Why would you sit there and whatever? But some people have bad manners, right? Like, I still play on chess.com occasionally, and every once in a while you run into some asshole that, like, has beat you and then just chooses to, like, lord it over you. This is start player. I wonder if it is sculpture course still. Yeah, it looked like sculpture course. I'm kind of shocked by not taking RSF, but I guess you're just bonehead into RSF. But yeah, now fireplace can get taken and the sheep can get taken in front of me, which sucks. So that's a big bummer. It does mean I'm getting 4 clay at least. But yeah, this is an unfortunate outcome. It's like people playing chess doing silly moves with increment. Yeah. Sculpture course adds a ton of food to the game though. So, you know, that's something. But yeah, RSF into the 3 sheep. I assume this is 3 sheep. I don't know that they need a 3 sheep. They have a shovel bearer. But they also built the fireplace, so we'll see. I guess they tell me if I'm taking 4 clay or 3 sheep. They get to tell me which it is. Yeah. They're going to tell me, and I will take the other one. Or they just take 4 wood, and I get my choice of either. I think I prefer the sheep. I think breeding sheep is very good here. Our whole game plan is to breed animals, and we just fenced, so, like, let's take advantage of that. 3 clay into fireplace is fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Again, I am in danger. My room tempo is bad. It is very bad. Very, very bad. Forest clear, wow. Why do I not have a bonehead or a forest clearer? I would like those cards. Purple doesn't take either clay pile. Wow, okay. Shovel bearer sucks, everybody. You mistook habitat diversity for species diversity and could never come back. Ah, yeah, that happens. It is brutal. It is brutal when that happens, but it happens. Another 4 clay grab looks great. Another 4 clay is 3 clay fire. Well, I should just build a hearth though, right? I should just build a hearth and aim for 5 clay, but whatever. This is good. You would try to avoid building the fireplace at the moment just so that we have better room tempo. That's reasonable, actually. That is reasonable because getting 2 behind in room tempo is also going to kill me, but I do want to build stables with my room, so that part's a little bit tricky. I would really like to get a lot of wood for stables, but I also don't have tempo on that right now, so whatever, we'll see. But yeah, I can't really afford to get so behind the room queue. So, but yeah, I mean, there's just gonna be 4 food bottom feeding next round. Really? You think fireplaces? You would try to avoid building fireplace at the moment. Really? You think fireplace is totally fine and taking 4 clay is good? I don't. Now you're talking out both sides of your head now. I don't know. I agree fireplace seems fine, but I think hearth is fine. Or maybe you said avoid fireplace to build. I don't know. I don't know, buddy. Are you talking to yourself? Yeah, I don't know. That's whatever. Anyhow, he might be a second behind too. I don't know. Maybe you're slightly behind. Delayed. I don't know. Whatever. Anyhow, I'm fine with what I'm doing. Stuff's fine. Delayed Wayfarer, by the way, everybody. Delayed Wayfarer snuck a read. We're gonna go whatever syrup tap. The small animal breeder's already dead, but you just mean fireplace is fine over hearth. No, you don't mean build fireplace immediately. You mean fireplace is fine over the hearth. Okay. I agree with all of that. The fact that I can just get 4 clay here and then fireplace, you're right that I probably don't need to worry that much about hearth. Um, 3 wood goes, that makes sense. Again, I would like to take a bunch of wood, but also I want clay, also I want reed. Forest clearer takes wood, everybody's fighting for room parts. This is gonna be RSF. No, it's not RSF. Portmonger, wow. Portmonger plus Shovel Bearer. This is a good opponent, right? This is the good opponent. Their rating is good. Yeah, they're a 509. I mean, they clearly plan to wheel 4 food and a reed. Like, you don't need to build fireplace right now, but fireplace over hearth once you do build one. Okay, sure. Um, I probably wheel 4 food also. So I'm very tempted to just go 4 clay into food. Alternatively, just taking 2 reed. Alternatively, just take the 2 reed here while I can, because I kind of don't want RSF actions, right? I kind of do just want 2 reed at once. Kind of do just want 2 reed at once. Your initial comment about not building was assuming I didn't get the 4 clay twice. Ah ha ha ha. Yes, I agree with that. I mean, on the wheel, I always do have 3 clay fireplace as a backup to food, so I do think this first move is this, and I think next round I get 4 clay like always. But I might just get 5 clay next round, which makes the hearth a lot cleaner, which I prefer. But yeah, I think 2 reed is valuable here for room tempo. I don't love giving DV lot RSF back, but whatever. I can't block everything. Oh wow, I might not get bottom feeding. We're gonna try to keep the small animal breeder alive, and DV lot just gets the first room. Well, that's growth. Is guest room still legal? It's not. It's not. But yeah, I'm not going to get bottom feeding here, so I guess I am just fireplace. I did not predict red to keep that alive, but red is a bad opponent, so predicting them again is a mistake. Trying to predict bad opponents is a mistake. All right, 3 clay fireplace it is. Actually, saving a clay for wood workshop's kind of important anyhow, so this is fine. Hopefully I just get 5 clay. I am going last, so 5 clay could get taken, but anyhow, I kind of have to feed, so like, I did not expect both 4 foods to get cut. That was unfortunate. Not dying if 5 clay goes away is good. Yeah. I I agree that building hearth is kind of insane here because my room tempo could just kill me. So hopefully I get 5 clay because then I can wood workshop. But you know, if I only get 4 clay, so be it. Because also, like, unfortunately, I probably don't get a big. Wow, that's early growth. That sucks. That sucks. Our hand did not want early growth. We did not want early growth. Purple probably does take a clay pile because of Shovel Bearer. They probably do take 4 clay or 5 clay plus a bunch of food. So, I mean, ideally they choose that they want 1 extra food, and I still get 5 clay. That actually might be true. I don't think it's crazy for them to prefer 1 extra food here because they already have a fireplace. I think it's reasonable for them to 4 clay. Damn it. They do decide they want 5 clay, though. That's a bummer. I mean, I have to 4 clay. I have to 4 clay. It's a bummer. At least purple has to start player into build, so maybe I get like a wood pile or something, but DV lot getting first grow already is not good with sculpture course. They're gonna just wheel RSF. Never mind, there's not gonna be like 6 wood. Fair enough. Yeah, this is bad. This looks bad. I'm growing last. Like, I do have breeding sheep at least, but I don't like this. I'm just taking 2 more sheep here because I have nothing else to do. Feed fence, I would like that. Where'd the good actions go? I mean, I at least get 4 wood. I do at least get 4 wood, but yeah, like, DV lot is closer to another room than I want. So I'm gonna have to start player into build, and I can't play wood workshop. I can't play wood workshop? That's actually awful. Ugh. Is it ever just plow over 2 sheep? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm fine taking a 4 food action. I wanted to take a 4 food action last round and I couldn't. But I have to take 4 food, and then I really want 4 wood because I do want to build 2 stables with my room, like pretty badly. And then I probably have to start player into build. Oh. Yeah, it's just 2 sheep and then 4 wood. I need the food. Not getting 1 extra clay for wood workshop is like kind of really, really bad. But frickin' purple wanted a 2 clay fireplace, and then frickin' purple wanted 1 more clay rather than 1 more food, which like you can't totally blame them for. I had hoped. I had hope. It was foolish hope apparently, but it was hope nonetheless. But yeah, DV lot can just totally get room parts here and has a million food, so I'm gonna have to start player to build. Which, like, is not whatever. It's not the worst outcome. It's just I don't really have miners to play. I have slurry, but I really want to build 2 stables. So I guess I go SP build slurry and hope to God I get wood so I can play tumbrel on grow. Yeah, I guess that's what I hope for, and it's not the worst. It's not the worst. The critical parts of our game will be set up at least with that sequence. So, and I said I had a lot of auto farming, so like it's still gonna come together, but definitely sucks that I can't wood workshop. Definitely sucks that I can't wood workshop, but it could still all work out. Could still all work out, but this game did not just break quite right. Very, very, very important that I took 2 read instead of trying for 2 RSFs this game, though. That 2 read grab looking very important because, yeah, an early grow, I think if I took RSF, I'm, like, getting jumped here now. And that's, like, probably a pretty sure way to lose. But here, at least the game's interesting. But yeah, this game has so much food with the sculpture course, the shovel bearer. I've been breeding sheep since the get-go. Lot does just take wood. That makes sense. I was sort of hoping purple took 2 read there. If purple had taken 2 read there, I could have taken RSF and then wouldn't have had to start. But I basically have to start now because lot like always gets a read action into SP build. Yeah, I pretty much always have to start here. It stinks. I don't want it to. I don't wanna. But I have to. I've gotta do it. I just gotta do it. I might not have to build first action. Maybe with luck I can take 4 wood first action and then build. That would be kind of cool, actually. Building 4 stables would be... I would like that quite a lot. Never mind. There will not be 4 wood because everybody correctly is taking lots of wood. And DV lot inevitably takes the RSF anyhow, so I'd have to first action build, which was expected, so like whatever. But definitely a bit of a bummer. A bit of a bummer, but well. Oh well. I might be able to take 4 clay on the wheel here, and then I can grow with wood workshop, and eventually I can use that clay for new market. And maybe a 4th room. I mean, maybe I am building a 4th room. I'm building rooms in clay at least, right? So like Yeah, we'll see. Devilot just takes more read. I think that's I think that's very correct. With Devilot setup, Devilot might be able to just double build as the next rooms because nobody else took read. Red probably was supposed to 2 read. It's actually not clear why Red didn't 2 read now that I'm paying attention. Red could have been the one hopping back into the queue ahead of Devilat, which would have been nice. Although maybe they actually have other things to be doing, which is reasonable. That's actually reasonable, but alright. Build 2 stables. I might be fencing tight this game. Might be fence tight, just fence 12. I'm going to have a lot of fields, so... or I should have a lot of fields once we get fully set up. But this looks good. This still looks good. This slurry dung collector stuff should still be absolutely bonkers. So, red just is going to keep taking all the wood. I mean, fair enough, but the fact that DV-Lot can do this with forest clear in an early growth game is going to be pretty brutal. Like, it's going to be hard for me to get a ton of wood. But luckily, I don't need that much more wood, and Wood Workshop, I do get 4 clay here for Wood Workshop, so that'll help. Swimming class. Okay, swimming class looks cute. I mean, nobody else should 3 food fish on them. DV-Lot's food is crazy. The fact that nobody else wants to take RSF is, like, kind of an issue. Red has taken RSF once, and then spent the stone on Syrup Tap, and Purple has taken RSF once. I've taken it never, so yes. I mean, the fact that DV-Lot has uncontested access to RSF is kind of awful, but, like, I can't contest it this game, but it is one of those dangers of, like, RSF is insanely good, as we know, and letting somebody just have uncontested access to it is kind of brutal, but anyhow, the board already sucks in early growth. I'm still breeding sheep. I still have room to breed pigs, and we might just get dung. Like, if pigs flip, and I can just have a pair of pigs in the round 9 harvest, and I can have dung collector up, our auto farming is off the freaking charts. Like, I take a grain or a veg, and, like, we're just sowing and making fields every harvest, which is going to be ludicrous. So, like, our game still has play. Trap builder, wow. Okay, I mean, adding pigs and food to the game, go for it. Keep this small animal breeder going. Sure. DV-Lot just gets RSF again, because again, why would DV-Lot not? Also, DV-Lot just gets the next room without having to start for it, and does get to double build. It looks like DV-Lot just gets to, like, go RSF, and then pay for an Ock here, gets wood, or just gonna play the Ock first, because it's more important. He gets the wood from this, yeah, now he gets to double build. Oh, Entrepreneur Sculpture Course, that's gross. This game's looking very over. Yeah, this game's over. I am now open to this game's over. DV-Lot is in an insane position. Entrepreneur Sculpture Course is extra dumb. Extra dumb. DV-Lot probably just plows here because, like, DV-Lot has infinite food. DV-Lot gets to double build in an early growth game. He's going to grow first and fifth. He probably is growing 6. He eventually can upholster with the Entrepreneur too. He can eventually use Entrepreneur to give him read for upholstery and then just instantly upholster it, which is also pretty disgusting. Oh, he doesn't get plow. We played a trap builder not to use it. Why would we would not actually use trap builder. We're going to plow still. But all right. Well, I do get to first action something next round. First actioning 3 wood is probably correct. Again, the wood pressure is high, and I do want to finish fencing eventually. So yeah, I just open 3 wood, grow wood workshop. Hope that there's 2 pigs for me to first action in round 9. And then do something like dung collector and take a grain. But yeah, DV-Lot just RSFs again, because again, why not? Why not RSF? I mean, I guess the reason not to RSF is because you played an entrepreneur, and what are you entrepreneuring? I guess a clay, because you have infinite food, but... But yeah, this is a disgusting, disgusting sculpture course. This forest clear is going to be pretty massive because he can just constantly take the 2 wood space. Like, he can constantly take 2 wood to generate wood, so even though the game looks wood tight, he's not going to suffer. But hey, one good effect. We're staying start player. Staying start player is good. Actually, do I need to take 3 sheep for food? Taking 3 sheep for food is actually not wild too, because my food is like not perfect. Sad, very sad. Pigs do not flip. That's a big bummer for us. That slows everything down. Yeah, that sucks. I felt that I had mild chances if I could get pigs and slurry and dung collector going this harvest, but that pig flip was actually huge. Given that there are not pigs, I also feel mildly compelled to take these 3 sheep, but nah, 3 sheep's gotta be, this game's so wood tight. I'm never gonna be, like, 3 wooden plows are gonna be so tight going forward. Just take this. Just take this and then grow. Nobody can grow. Okay. Alright. Just take that while we can. This is fine. This is fine. I should get 2 pigs in round 10, but if I don't get 2 pigs in round 10, yikes. Do I ever single pig? I really hope I don't have to do that. That sounds miserable. Maybe I start playing round 9 for the pigs in round 10. That might be okay. I will plan on taking single cow. New market could be a little bit of supplemental food for us. But red is at least plowing aggressively. Kudos to them. DV Lot not getting easy plows while he has good action tempo is valuable to me. But yeah, DV Lot just gets to build whenever because red still doesn't care about taking read and getting in the growth queue, which, like, I don't really blame red for just making sure that they have the other stuff, but it's a little interesting. Again, it's hard to know what bad players are going to do. Purple looks like they have no wood, and they have a freaking portmonger shovel bearer. Purple just does not scare me. I don't think. I don't think Purple's game looks very scary to me. They also have like no tempo, but I feel like they have like no compensation for not having any tempo. I feel like I at least have compensation if I already have fences and breeding animals, which is like something. It's not a ton, but it's something. You'd be surprised if I lost to purple or red. I agree with that. Red's game is not as bad though. They at least have fields and they have 12 wood. So like red at least I feel like has things going for them that I could maybe lose to. The sheep do go. Yeah, and that's a little bummer, but my position's totally good, but DV looks unbeatable. I agree that DV Lots looks unbeatable. DV Lot is in a ludicrous position. DV Lot even gets more stone here just for, fun. But yeah. But yeah, being able to breed animals is going to be huge. I should have pretty solid food still, but I might have to take 5 food bottom feeding next round. Or again, maybe just start player Tumbrel, I guess, feeds me and I eat the 2 sheep. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Red is just fencing. And then they're going to start trap building. Hopefully they start trap building, but I don't know. DV Lot has another Ock, site manager. They're just going to buy a well, saving a stone. Sorry, buy a well, saving a stone and a wood. And then DV Lot is currently going to get to just double build next round because none of my opponents can actually build rooms. Yeah, this is gross. DV Lot gets to site manage a well, gets to sculpture course, and then he just gets to entrepreneur a stone back or something. Oh, Andy's upholstery and read. Duh. Yeah. Yeah, this game. DV Lot's gonna have just a monstrous game. Very cool. Very cool, but this game is rapidly getting completely out of freaking control. Lover. Oh, wow. Okay. The shovel bearer portmonger makes a little more sense. The fact that they wanted my sheep so aggressively makes more sense. But wowzers, the food pressure is real. You guess that's good for me? Is it? I don't know that that's good for me. I wanted them to fight DV Lot's rooms. Although it would be better if they were ahead of DV Lot. Well, yeah. More actions equals less advantage for DV Lot. That's why we're saying it's good. I see. The thing I'm concerned about is like more actions with people that need food, and I still kind of need food. Breeding sheep is not all of my food. So like I don't know. I mean, Tumbrel is gonna help feed me, but I don't know here. This looks pretty spooky. Oh, they're fishing for a veg. Okay. I do stay start player. That's at least nice breaks. That's nice breaks. But God, yeah, what if there were two pigs here? The big thing is if I get that second pair. If you do, I'll be fine. Yeah, yeah. I just feel like I can't afford to take single pig. That feels like overkill. But I feel like I sort of do have to start player to make sure I get that pair of pigs. Because, like, opening round 10 with a pair of pigs is, like, so important. I probably should just plow here. Alternatively, taking 3 more wood so that I just have all my wood. Plow or 3 wood. I think I've never worried about more rooms. I do kind of want 5 food bottom feeding. So probably 3 wood, start player, bottom feed. I don't need the bottom feeding. I can get through with SP Tumbrel. Although I really want to SP Newmarket. Do I just open the 5 food, actually? It's kind of gross. It's kind of gross, but, like, purple kind of needs the 5 food, right? Like, purple and I both are looking at the 5 food. I guess purple's looking at 4 clay, hoping to use Shovel Bearer. Yeah. Okay, I don't super need the field. I don't super need the field. Um, I think I go food. I think this just makes my food so much cleaner for a long time. And I need a bunch of food to actually breed and play ox. Yeah, I don't know when else I'm gonna get a good food action. I think I have to open that, which is really gross, but I think it goes really bad in a lot of times if I don't. Yeah, especially with that. See, like that was a concern. Like if clay got taken, purple also had to like take clay. So like, yeah. Okay. The food pressure is real for everybody but DV Lot. Not that red's in that much food pressure, but red should be day laboring, but they refuse to. They played a trap builder. DV Lot does plow. That makes sense. So yeah, I mean, I get 3 wood back here, although I'm still kind of tempted to just start player first. Although starting first is kind of wild, because there's no guarantee. Like, 3 wood should start getting taken again. Although DV Lot's building and growing, right? Maybe I get 3 wood back. Purple can't... Purple looks like they're in a trash fire position now. Like, purple's position looks awful. Like, how do they feed? I mean, they can find ways to feed, but it's bad. Oh, they partly took fishing last round because of swimming class with Lover. Oh, that was a cute portmonger veg. I missed that. I missed that till just now. That's why they portmongered veg instead of taking 4 food. But yeah, I think purple's in kind of food danger. Yeah, they're gonna cattle feed. Okay, hey, cattle feed's great. Adding cows to the game is great. I am going to start player because I really want these pigs, and start player comes with wood, and I think I get 3 wood back because purple like has to take a grain. So even if red takes wood, DV lot is double building and growing. Like, so yeah, I'm gonna new market. Um, yeah, we're gonna SP a new market. That's part of what this extra clay was for, to play these cards. And Wood Workshop gave me the wood back, so discount, and then I just get 3 wood. Just get 3 wood. Pretty sure I get 3 wood back. If I don't get 3 wood back, I'll just take a grain and watch purple. I don't know what purple will do. Clay. Okay, you know what? Clay, that's cute. That slows other people down. I don't know what that is, but whatever. I don't care, luckily, about clay. I mean, again, DV Lot is probably unbeatable. How do we ever beat DV Lot, though? Like, maybe block their Renas? Even that's not really going to work. Maybe we sneak DV Lot with an Animal Reeve, but probably not. We're probably just playing for second, and we should just have a pretty easy second from here. Because, well, assuming I get 2 pigs, I don't think anybody's taking single pig. But DV lot even builds stables. Okay. Fair enough. Purple slams the grain. That makes sense. I'm gonna take 3 wood. I think I get left with 4 wood if somebody takes freaking single pig. But I don't think anybody's taking single pig. Red finally finds the trap builder button. There you go. I guess they found it one more. Oh, they found it one other time too. I'm not giving. They did trap build last round. All right, adding food to the game. I approve of. DV lot growing and having everything, having the world. Oh, DV lot has the mini pasture, of course. Why would the mini pasture not be with him? Okay, yeah, the stables look good. DV lot does have to figure out a late game food plan because Sculpture Course only procs 2 more times this whole game. But I guess he's still fine. I guess he's still fine. Clay oven here. We have to donk a clay oven because our food sucks. Yeah, I have to donk a clay oven because our food sucks. Purple just looks so dead. Like, so dead. Purple doesn't have fields, they don't have plows, they don't have food. Cooking hearth extension for the cow. Okay, they have food. They have food, they just don't have resources. But I'm sure they're gonna figure it all out. They do get 3 wood here, though. Alright, we luckily get our 2 pigs. Everything flows from these 2 pigs. Everything flows from these 2 pigs. Alright. Pig pair. Yeah. Our game comes together now. Our game comes together. Our game comes together. I would like to start player for whatever flips in round 12. And when I say whatever flips in round 12, I really just am like SPing for growth. I don't want Plouse though. But start player in 11 still seems solid enough with the Tumbrel because the Tumbrel is important food for us. Like, I do have useful start players for the late game, so that's the good news. But yeah, pair of pigs here is like a no-brainer. Honestly, if cows flip, it might be pair of pigs, fence, cow, and then plan to get dung collector, SP, and a crop as round 11. Or no, a second cow. Sorry, second cow. I want to take single cow. I don't want to bet on getting 2 cows. I might not get the second cow until stage 5, but that's okay. That's okay. And yeah, we just fence tight, right? We're just gonna be fence 12, and that's fine. I think I don't have time to fence more, and I think that's fine. Wood Workshop is busted, and I get the wood before I play the improvements, so I can still totally play the Tumbrel in the Artichoke field later. So, yeah, I think this is just fence. Red did not take 4 wood. Red took all the reed. Oh, okay. So Red's going to renovate and build a room. They're just late. And DV lot gets an insane 5 wood action because why not? Plow gets taken, expected. Yeah, I think I like fence into cow. Fence into cow. Next round is dung collector and a crop. And possibly start with Tumbrel for food. Actually, I probably need the food then, right? Yeah, I probably need the food actually from Tumbrel. Probably need the food from Tumbrel. Alright, let's go fence. Let's just finish fencing. Or should I cow first? Wait, I should probably cow first. Who's fencing? Who's fencing? DV lot is not fencing. Red shouldn't be fencing. Red might fence because of their cattle feeder business. I don't know. I'm gonna fence first. If somebody takes single cow, it's not that big a deal. I don't think I'm actually breeding cows this stage. I don't think that's in the game plan. I think the game plan is breed these 2 types, and then we'll get our cows breeding for the last 2 harvests to make sure we animal reeve. That's part of why I say we need so much food, though. Even though we're breeding animals, we need a lot of food because animal reeve says we need to basically end on 454 for animals here. So, like, I still need a lot of animals. So, people adding food to the game would be great. Would be really great if they did that. Also, was I supposed to leave those stables unfenced? No, it's just for each stable, right? It doesn't matter if they're fenced or not. For each stable. Yeah, okay. Whew. All right, good that we didn't screw that up. All right, we do wheel the cow. Good news. Good news. We do get the cow. Let's fix our arrangements here. Let's just use these stabled pastures. All right. Getting a cow next round still would be kind of nice, but can I breed all? If I dung collect... Oh, yeah, actually, I can dung collect, take a cow... Well, I want to take a crop. I do want to take a crop. This veggie... I don't get star player. Oh, wait, I want star player next round. Whoops, never mind. Dolly's mother. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. I'm going to first action start next round. Is that conceivable? I mean, I would, if it goes Ak, I like die. So that's a, ooh, food basket. Food basket to DV Lot had the food basket. Okay. That's unfortunate. DV Lot having a food basket is no good. DV Lot already has 9 wood. Yeah, DV Lot is crushing this game. DV Lot is crushing this game so hard. I do kind of want, God, I kind of want the cow, but I kind of want a crop to actually sow, right? I actually want to sow. Sowing is pretty good. Like, take a veg. I guess take a veg, because I'm hoping to still get the seed pellets out at some point. So, like, my round wants to be dung collect SP veg? Or do we give up on the start player? Maybe giving up on the start player? I guess cow is better than start, right? We don't actually care about start. We care, well, unless we're trying to win. If we're trying to win, we probably have to hope for grow in 12. Are we trying to win is a fair question. I don't know that we're trying to win, so like maybe it's just dung collect veg, like take a cow, take a veg, take dung collector, breed all, and sow, and then worry about SP for guaranteed grow. That's probably better. Although even if we don't hit grow, we can just re-up start. It's a little tricky. I need the dung collector too. Like, is this just Ock dung collector because it's that important? You know what? Screw it. Let's just Ock dung collector. It's that important. Red's gonna instant SP. Okay, well, that part, that's unfortunate. But, alright, now I need cow and a crop. I should get that? Paintbrush. Okay. You know that you can paintbrush on... Oh, they can't grow. They renovated to a hearth. Okay, they just took all the clay because reno hearth and paintbrush. Sure. Okay, well, I really hope I get a cow. I should get a cow. Purple doesn't need a cow. They can grain seeds cows. So I get cow, and then I take a crop. Cow and then crop is now our hope. If we get blocked on a crop, ugh. Purple should take 3 wood here, though. Like, I don't know. Or purple's gonna fence so they can actually breed cows. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I know DV Lot has too many actions. Oh, so, duh. Purple's sowing makes sense. Yeah, DV Lot has too many actions. Red starting is... sucks, but whatever. You can't totally blame him. 3 stone, good. Somebody take 3 stone away from DV Lot. We have to take away DV Lot's path to points. Alright, this new market has been awesome already. Already a 3 food new market. Oh, veg gets taken. I mean, you have to prepare for plow sub, but we're not even going to get a grain then. Purple's taking grain seeds, so we don't even get a grain. That sucks. That sucks. There's like nothing for me to do then. I guess I major minor an artichoke field, but not getting to sow off of this slurry here is big sad. It's a big sad. It's gonna be okay, but it's a big sad. Everything is slightly slower than we want it to be. Everything's slightly slower than we want it to be. Come on, purple. Take a sow action. Oh, they do take a sow action. We get a grain. All right, never mind. We do have something to sow. Excellent. Excellent. I can take a veg later. It's fine. It is fine. Give me that grain action. Nobody cares about wood anymore. Wood's over. All right. We do breed all types. We get to buy a field. We get to sow into said field. So all of that is pretty sweet. I have like nothing left to do besides start player a bunch. So I will be first actioning starting because the only thing left to do is like start and take crops. That's like the only thing we can actually do with the rest of this game. Um, I guess plows. Wow, young farmer. That is a late young farmer. Uh, that's a good card. Good card. It's really freaking late though. Like they couldn't even major minor grain yet this round. They're going to get it later. DV lot finally just takes wood because purple couldn't afford to take wood. Purple had to do all this shit and upgrade to a hearth. Yeah, sure. Purple still has awful food. They have at least reached 17 points, so I guess I shouldn't be knocking them entirely. Although my auto farming is insane now. Also, I still have the hidden 5-point animal reeve, and it looks like nobody else is going to be animal reeving eligible, so that's at least good. Um, that's at least good. But yeah, DV Lot just gets to reno to a joinery. This is a pretty good joinery. It's well joinery. GG. Not big sad. Oh, I mean things are pretty sad. Like DV Lot does look pretty unassailable. Like this upholstery is also so good. DV Lot just has all the offboard. Like who cares if they don't have a farm? I mean they are gonna have a farm though is the thing. Like they're gonna get plow here because red takes whatever flips. Red takes whatever flips. DV Lot plows. And then purple takes 4 wood and I start player. Hopefully I get start player. I got nothing to do. Give me start. Like, I really have nothing to do. I want to start. I want to take a veg. It's a million actions to reno, so I don't think I want to do that. I do at least have improvements that are worth playing. I'd love to play Artichoke Field and Seed Pellets and Tumbrel. I would like to play all of those things. Um, yeah, I would like to play all of those. That is a lot of things to play, but um, Artichoke Field into Seed Pellets is kind of my preference because then I just keep getting more grain and I will actually wind up like totally maxing grain. Um, so maxing grain is at least a lot of points that I don't currently have. Whoops, I don't need, I entered that menu too many times. All right, breed all. Breed all. I guess I do need more food, as I talked about. I do need to take more food because Dung Collector is going to keep costing me food, and I need a lot of food for Animal Reeve. And so that's where Tumbrel would have helped. If I... Not actually having the Tumbrel down is also a bummer, because, yeah, Tumbrel really would have helped this game uh, by having all that food rolling in off of these sows, but again, like, whatever. But Entrepreneur is buying a stone for Sculpture Course, yeah. Plow sow, that makes sense. I mean, it's going to go plow sow plow. I think it goes plow sow plow for wood. The fact that purple should be like taking wood in front of us. Purple eventually needs to take like clay for a reno. I don't know. I don't know what else purple's doing. DV lot plows though. Yeah, DV lot already at 30. Yeah. I mean, in some ways, I'm also already at 30 because of all the stuff. God, they do actually start player like an idiot. They're gonna start player and try to like fish next round off of growth. I mean, I guess I just prepare for plow sow, but misery. Misery. Mini pasture. Okay, mini pasture makes sense too. Uh, I also want to play. I want to play my improvements. So like, I want major minor, but red also wants major minor because of young farmer. I could just major minor first action here. Like, I really want to play cards. I also really want growth. Like, I don't actually care about plow sow. I do not care about plow sow actually. Yeah, sucks. This sucks. Oh, it sucks so bad that red started. It sucks that people in front of me have actual action advantage. This game is just rough, but whatever. We're doing our best, but yeah, this game could have been so cool, and it's just instead, like, early grow is so bad. I guess late grow this lover maybe actually would be wrecking me, but I don't know. All right, good news. We should get Major Minor back. Red doesn't actually take it, so I think I get Major Minor back. I mean, I will play Artichoke Field so I can SP Seed Pellets. Like, I just will do those things. I don't have better stuff to be doing. I do need food, so a food action at some point's fine. I guess just taking 2 pigs away from everybody else is, like, pretty reasonable. It also makes sure, like, nobody animal reaves. Like, DV Lot's not animal reaving, right? Well, he's gonna fence later. I'm gonna Major Minor, and then, yeah, I'm gonna take, like, an animal, I think. I at least have a cow to eat, but yeah, I don't actually... Well, Tumbrel's gonna help feed me eventually. Okay, the pigs go. Good. Actually, Purple could wind up hitting Animal Reeve because of the cattle feeder. Although Purple would have to actually take wood instead of doing all these other things that they're doing. So, alright, let's try to get Artichoke Field, let's try to get Seed Pellets, let's try to get Tumbrel, let's try to get all that shit down. All of that is part of our goal. I am just going to first action start, it turns out, I think. Unless I get Grow. I mean, I'm growing or I'm starting. I don't... Purple gets to tell me which. I mean, I think Purple is trying to take Grow and probably trying to swim in class, is my guess at what they're up to. But I don't know. I do not know. I mean, I should try to get one more plow at some point. I should try to get one more plow, so I probably should just take the plow sow that I'm offered. Should probably just take the plow sow that I'm offered. But then I have no idea who's going to be start player. Ugh. You watched yesterday's VOD? You swear beer tables that don't work out are the most depressing Agricola games? Yeah, it is rough. Game Catcher. That's a slightly early Game Catcher, but that... I forgot that Game Catcher existed. That makes it a little more likely that DV-Lot could actually Animal Reave, which is concerning. DV-Lot can go fence into cow here. Yeah, DV-Lot might actually be Animal Reave eligible, which, like, I can't really prevent, so kudos. I mean, I guess I could prevent by taking a cow. I could just take another cow. Cow is a 4-food action. What else am I doing? Actually, what else am I doing? Yeah, spam cow. More cows for me. They're all mine. More wood is garbage. Yeah. Purple's also decided that wood is garbage. Purple decided 3 clay so that they can reno is more important. Yeah, this joinery is pretty incredible because nobody's taking wood in the late game. This game is broken, yeah, so stupidly well for DV-Lot. I guess DV-Lot can't reno to stone, so there's that. But anyhow, yeah, that beer table game yesterday was pretty bad, but also that game yesterday is a mild reminder of why beer table is not necessarily bannable, though. Like, it is quite good, but you do have to actually, like, you have to work pretty hard for beer table sometimes. Every once in a while, beer table feels pretty monstrous because it just works, but, like, every once in a while, sculpture course feels monstrous. Like, I don't know, it's part of the variance, but anyhow. Looks like you're catching the end of this one, not looking too bad. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty disappointed because this game should have been way cooler than it is. And also, like, DV-Lot's just running away with it. DV-Lot has been... DV-Lot has just had the dreamiest sculpture course. I think RSF has been taken a total of 2 other times this game. DV-Lot got the world. Basically, yeah. Basically. Like, just a dreamy sculpture course, plus early growth, plus forest clearer, grow first, have a I will give DV-Lot credit. This entrepreneur with upholstery and sculpture course has been super cool because they just keep buying reed and stone and shucking it down the sculpture course and the upholstery. But yeah, Purple's best move being start player into grow into they're 100% going to swimming class this fishing spot with Portmonger for another veg. That being their best line is also so annoying. I want to take plow sow, but I really want to get grow back. But I should probably just plow sow. Like, it's a 2-point field I'm not getting. I can sow the veg into artichoke field. I'm going to harvest the veg. I don't need the seed pellets. I can major minor the tumbrel. But I have enough sow actions. I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna be annoyed about it. Also, this veg is gonna clear in time for the last harvest, so like that's something. Does this ever give me a line to veggie lover? I don't think so. Um, I at least get grow next round because the two people in front of me have 5 family members. But yeah, DV lot instant starts, which is expecting. Getting sculpture and well is rare. I mean, DV lot's game's been so good. God, and they have a cow patty. They have a cow patty. That's so disgusting. I mean, to be fair, DV lot is also after the weak player at the table, so like it is also increasingly looking that like DV lot got a bit hooked up in the draft. I mean, Red did at least take the delayed Wayfarer, and they first picked a young farmer, so like they took some of the correct cards. So I can't yell at them too hard, but yeah, DV Lot's game's absolutely ludicrous. This cow patty into Plowsow is disgusting. Um, but yeah, I have guaranteed grow at least, so that's nice. I do have super multiplying crops, but yeah, not being able to start player in the late game has been a huge bummer. It's been a huge bummer, but I will major minor this Tumbril. This Tumbril's a lot of food. Not getting to use the seed pellets has been sad. That's been a bummer. Not getting more actions is a bummer. Not getting these grow withouts is so whatever. But at least we didn't try to start player for the round 12 flip and lose it. There's 6 wood here. God, I wish I could. I guess I could have 6 wooded into stables, but I'm just gonna major minor this Tumbril. This Tumbril really helps solve the rest of our feeding. Purple looks like they had some strong cards, but tried to do too much with weak cards as well. Yeah, and purple still might just be beating us because purple might just be getting freaking 6 wood, which is like, hopefully DV lot cuts the 6 wood. Please cut the 6 wood, DV lot, instead of taking animals to breed. Oh, DV lot actually needs food. Okay. Purple getting 6 wood is the grossest. Grossest. Like, purple probably does beat us because they have a ton of actions. And them getting hooked up with 6 wood's really awful. But, I mean, I guess Animal Reeve is at least going to help save me. I don't want to reveal Animal Reeve to DV lot here yet. So, my best action... Is my best action another veg? Wait, another veg, I sow it, and I try next round to play both Animal Reeve and Veggie Lover? Uh... Is that a thing? Is that a thing? That might be a thing. I don't know that I have enough food for that. But, whatever. Veg comes with another food. And Tumbril's gonna start feeding me? Wait a sec. And Artichoke Field? I have a lot of passive food. This might work. This might work. This might net some Veggie Lover points. Not a lot, but I don't have a lot of points to pursue. So I'm gonna try to grow Animal Reeve Veggie Lover as my final round. Which, like, maybe. Stonecutter. Okay. I don't understand that. I guess Renault BMW. I don't know. DV lot takes more wood, not breeding animals. Okay. Yeah, so this Animal Reeve is pure profit. Ain't nobody getting... Maybe DV lot takes animals and gets to the 3-point Animal Reeve, but also, like, I guess to be clear, who cares if DV lot is catching me on Animal Reeve? The only purple that we actually care about is making sure we beat purple and red. So the Animal Reeve should make sure that I'm still beating purple, right? Because again, I have so many more points than it looks like because Slurry Dung Collector is still ludicrous. I'm still getting 4 points of fields, and I'm still getting like 4 points of crops. So that's like 36, and I'm breeding... Ideally, I'm breeding 2 more points to 38, and then, yeah, I'm hoping to grow to 41, play Animal Reeve to 46. 46 should be beating Purple's game. Purple has 5 actions left. Fencing is a big one, but outside of that, they ain't got much left. But yeah, I mean, DV Lot's already at 45, and DV Lot is opening a mega boosted Plowsow. Yeah, this Plowsow is incredible for DV Lot with Cow Patty. sowing 2 grain and a veg turns them from 2 grain. They have 2 grain and a veg, and they're about to have 8 grain and 3 veg off of 1 plow sow. Just a very, very cool, very well played game from DV Lot. They already have max joinery. Yeah, very nice. LOL, 5 wood rooms and still 13 wood after 15 fences and 2 stables. What a crazy game for them. Yeah. I've also got some animal capacity food coming in. Yeah, I have solid enough food at this point. I have pretty solid food at this point, which is nice. Um, so yeah, it's been a nice game from us. We've had a pretty cool auto farming game. We've had to struggle a bit because of early grow and a few things not quite breaking just right. But DV Lot's game has turned absolutely ludicrous. All right, let's eat a cow. Eat a cow, pay for the field, and then slurry sow. Plow. This is still very cool though. I am happy with this. Because now we get to sow both of these veggies. So yeah, I think we actually do get to Veggie Lover for profit. I think we get to Veggie Lover for some profit. Or maybe I run short on grain. I'm harvesting 2 grain, and I want to re-sow some grain. Huh, okay, yeah, Veggie Lover might not actually be much. Because I can't re-sow the grain then. Yeah, never getting the seed pellets down. God, like, just a little more tempo on something. A little more tempo on something on plan improvements would have gone quite a ways. Because the seed pellets was part of the combo of, like, getting a grain every harvest to sow. But what a shame, what a shame. But anyhow, yeah, what a crazy game from DV Lot of, like, they've almost maxed stables, they've maxed fences, they built 5 undiscounted wood rooms, but, I mean, they've been able to just take so much wood. Yeah, this is one of these monstrous forest clearer games. 10 wood, 7 food. But yeah, 6 wood bonehead, of course. Sculpture course has been how much food? 28. Entrepreneur has netted them, yeah, a bunch of crap. Freaking 4-point upholstery. All right, I get grow. I need to take grow. Red could grow. And then I need to play Animal Reeve. And hopefully that beats purple. Hopefully that beats purple. Does it beat purple? I don't know. I do not know. I don't know for sure. Purple's going to try to get RSF into Ren Fence. So our Reno takes purple to 38. The fences take them to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. 38 plus 7 is already 45. I don't even know if we're beating purple, which sucks. It looks like Plow is also still 2 points. What? Plow is not 2 points. I don't think. Did we first pick the Reeve? Yeah, absolutely. I believe fairly strongly in first picking Animal Reeve because I think it's pretty good. DV Lot Constable protects themselves, but yeah, purple does that. All right, Animal Reeve. You sow extra grain. You're only on 5 grain, right? I am only on 5 grain, but I have an artichoke field. So I currently get field plus artichoke field. So plow is definitely not 2 points. It's only 1 point. Currently I have room to sow both of those. So. Oh, okay. Artichoke has 1 on it, not 2. Yeah. It's hard. It's probably hard to see on your screen, but yeah, I totally have room on the artichoke. So. But yeah, I have a cow I can eat. I have a sheep I can eat. I have a veg I can eat. So I have enough food. But yeah, it turns out Veggie Lover not actually points, unfortunately. So I think my only point move is Mini Pasture. Major, minor, mini pasture. Looks like a point. That's probably my only path to points. Okay, major, minor is gone due to the young farmer. All right, start player, mini pasture is probably my only point. Because yeah, I don't think it's worth it to try to Veggie Lover. No, it's not. It's not. If I had got the seed pellets up earlier, but I didn't. So yeah, mini pastures points. I don't need the food, right? I guess let's run the food math again. I'm getting a food from 2 food tumbrel, 1 food artichoke field, and there's no penalty to eating a cow or a sheep. I only have a fireplace, but that's still plenty of food. And I owe a food to Dung Collector, though. So 8 food, mini pastures 10 food. I need 7 food. Okay, I have 7 food. Okay. Yeah, it's fine to mini pasture here. It's fine to mini pasture here. I have nothing better to do. I have nothing better to do. But yeah, I think we're even losing to purple, which sucks. Is grain a point? No, it's not. We just went through that. Grain's not a point because I'm just sowing 2 grain. I'm sowing 2 grain off slurry. I sow grain into the dung collector field and the artichoke field off of slurry. The dung collector slurry is still so fun. I am glad that we got to run that at least. I am very glad we got to run that because that's been very fun. But I am very sad about the rest of this game. I'm also sad that I'm actually losing to purple. I'm pretty sure I'm losing to purple, right? This ren fence is too many points. 1, 2, 3. I think it's too many points. Plus purple still gets a pottery. Yeah. Yeah, this is killer. Freaking giant clay stack, yeah. God, not having any tempo this game and freaking teal and purple actually having it is pretty brutal. Kudos to purple on actually cobbling this together into better than what I got, but also purple got sort of hooked up that there is this much wood and there's no pressure on ren fence, but I guess they partly engineered that, so good for them. They read the pressures correctly. Grain is a point. Oh, right, not a point. No, again, grain's not a point. I have 2 fields to sow grain in it. I don't need to sow veg. But yeah, this is a bummer. Getting 3rd place here is a pretty big bummer. But I mean, there's 2 opponents that have strong ratings. They're sitting after the weak opponent. But gosh, I didn't think I was actually losing to purple, but purple got to get enough shit done in the late game. I guess I needed to start player on purple, but I couldn't even start player on purple in the late game. Like, that is the actual other bummer. Like, purple was able to SP into the family growth and then DV lot SPs. Like, maybe I am supposed to skip plow sow, but that sounds crazy too. Like, the plow sow did turn into a good number of points, so like, I don't know. Oh, I didn't have to actually eat all that, but whatever. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, no, this is fine. Whatever, I did not actually eat points there. It does. My score goes up by 1,000,000 in the harvest here because I'm currently missing 2 points of animal reeve. I get 3 points on animals. I get 2 points on a field. I get like 2 points on sowing. So like my score is gonna go up by like freaking 10, but still not enough. Having only 1 person on 5 rooms in early growth seems wrong too. Oh well, yeah. Like I couldn't get back in the queue because I have too much auto farming to do to set up. Like I could not justify, and like the clay for rooms is not really happening with shovel bear in front of me. But the fact that purple has a lover, and then red is just red's just a weak player, and like, but yes, red pretty easily could have built a 4th room, and it looks like they really should have, but they chose to prioritize fences in the mid game, and then like not really use those fences. So yeah, I mean, red just chose the wrong line, but like that happens. But yes, red absolutely should have been fighting DV Lot's room builds. That at least makes things a bit more competitive. But I mean, I think DV Lot probably still would win it. I needed somebody to want to keep taking wood though. Like red also stopped taking wood, and then DV Lot just, or not DV Lot, but purple getting freaking insane wood grabs at the end, plus getting past the mini pasture. God, the mini pasture actually is also pretty bad for me. It turned in the end, but whatever. All right, only up to 47. Sad. Sad that this only gets freaking 3rd place, but at the same time, we just did not get huge breaks. Admittedly, pig flipping. I do think pig flipping in round 8 also would have like, if pigs flip, I might actually be, I might have got 2nd, but brutal, a bit of a brutal game there. DV just running away with it. But whatever, it was about time for me not to have luck. I've had a lot of luck and a lot of close games. It was about time for me to have a rougher run, but anyhow. Man, a bit rusty and don't think your draft opening hand was the greatest. Hey, welcome. Sorry, I yell at you well, I don't yell at you a decent bit, but I probably do criticize some of what you're up to. and constantly refer to you as the weaker player at the table. So, um, you drafted some of the right cards. I'll tell you that. I was surprised you had kept the delayed Wayfarer, but the delayed Wayfarer is very good. So that was the correct move. First picking Young Farmer over Bonehead, totally fine. Like whatever. I probably take Bonehead on average, but Young Farmer is good. You first pick a Greening Plant? No, Private Forest? Okay, yeah, I would not keep Private Forest, but whatever. I would not keep Private Forest. Usually keep Cow Patty. Cow Patty very good. Artichoke Field pretty good for this hand too. Artichoke Field pretty good with a Young Farmer game plan. I would not keep Private Forest, but Delayed Wayfarer is a good pick. Muddy Waters is a great pick. Trap Builder, not very good, but this pack is weak, so like whatever. Keeping the Trap Builder's fine. Kettle, sorry. Kettle. It was bad due to Shovel Bearer taking all the clay. Nah, well, so it turns out it's also bad due to your draft. Kettle is a no-brainer here. With Young Farmer, Kettle's insane. Like, you should just be plowing and then setting up the Young Farmer early, and then you just have infinite food with Kettle. Um, all of your grain just converts to 3 food. You just get more grain fields going. Like, you probably do need a little bit of food for the early game, but then you just wind up using Kettle once you have like 3 grain fields going. Um, so yeah, not taking Kettle's a big mistake. Also, Field Cultivator's pretty good for you. You do take Field Cultivator. Yeah, I think you probably were supposed to set up fields much sooner. Setting up the syrup tap's kind of a trap. If you're planning to trap build, the mini pasture was probably better. Stonecutter is a cute idea, but oh, Drill Harrow with the Young Farmer. That's also quite cute, but wow, yeah, you really needed to keep the Kettle. The Drill Harrow with the Young Farmer and the Kettle would have been very, very hot. I would take Game Catcher here and not play Trap Builder also. But Stonecutter's okay. I see the idea behind it. I see the idea, at least. And the Paintbrush is pretty awesome here. Paintbrush makes sense, so. I also would not actually play Small Animal Breeder. But again, I'm looping back to Kettle. Kettle puts your hand together so much better, so. But whatever, your draft has some good ideas. I also think you were supposed to build a 4th room. Like, I think you kind of have to build a 4th room when it's early growth. You, because of the way the queue was going, like you had the ability to build you had the ability to like SP into build and grow in 9. I think you just kind of have to do that. You chose defense, which is like often justifiable, but it was hard to get animals. I mean, I don't know that you knew I was gonna like take all the animals in front of you, but you don't really want to be doing well, again, because you didn't keep Kettle, you sort of did want to do this game plan, but um, I think you really needed a 4th action. Really needed a 4th action, and then just like hit the trap builder off of that 4th action. Um, a 4th action just lets you get a lot more done. As you saw, it turned out there was actually a bunch of wood during the like late game. There was a lot of wood stacks to take in the late game and then fence. You kind of got your farming done, which really actually like you not getting in the queue and getting your farming done really opened things up for these players that were a bit late to actually get farming done. And that kind of killed both of us because like we both farmed while the people that had action advantage got to just get even more action advantage and then catch up on farming. But a lot of what I'm saying, like I also wish I could have got back in the queue, but like I was in no position to do it. DV Lot was able to just double build in front of me, but anyhow. Also, building a room in round 4 is very strong. Oh, that's a good point too. I forgot about that decision. Yeah, the fact that you didn't build a room in round 4 and you let DV Lot build the first room was also very sad. That was very sad. Because when Grow flipped, that's part of why DV Lot's game explodes. Like if you had the first room instead of him, things are definitely more interesting. But oh well. You don't think you had the food for the 4th person under the decisions you made? Yeah, so okay. This is one of those like slightly weird points for like intermediate players, but If your food's not particularly good, I actually think you have to push for a fourth family member, because if you're taking bad food actions on a three family member game, you're super dead. Like, you are just going to die. You will not win games if you're doing that. You can occasionally win games if you get action advantage and are taking crummy food actions, because at least you have the actions to kind of sink into dubious food lines. But I think you have to actually push the fourth family member and just start trap building. Is probably what you had to do. But whatever. Again, there's a lot of whatevers, but just lost a heartbreak in your second game of Marine Worlds. Sorry to hear that. Three room needs a lot of efficiency. Four room has some flexibility. Yeah, that's a good way to summarize it, Ace of Spade. Like, basically, if you're settling into three room because you don't have good enough food, you're probably just always losing. So, like, I think you have to try to stretch and say that you're going to find a way to, like, use more actions to solve your food. And when you have something like Trap Builder, you absolutely kind of do have an answer for how you're going to solve your food if you get more actions, because you're just going to shove your last person on Trap Builder every round. But when you don't have good three room game of, like, you're gonna fence, but you're not gonna be able to grab animals and breed them, and you're going to eventually, like, plow and get your grain going, but super slow. Like, it's just not gonna work. But anyhow, thanks for playing, and yeah, sorry if I'm too harsh to you in the VOD. I do apologize. I do admit sometimes when streaming, I kind of forget that people are actually gonna watch me, and then I just say whatever's on my mind, and it probably is a bit mean sometimes. I don't think it's purposely mean, but I guess I'm very blunt. I'm very blunt about players' decisions and skill levels and strengths, and I could be nicer, but anyhow. Next game, I think I am going to do a second one. Yeah, sure. Let's do a second one. Anyhow, DV Lot, very well played. That was such a dream of a game for you, but very nicely done. All right, give me a second on the whole second game idea. Um, give me a sec on this whole second game idea. My computer seemed to be freezing there. Yeah, Firefox is having quick issues. I might reboot quick. Agricola is hard. Even good players make a lot of mistakes. Yes. To be fair, Agricola is wildly hard. So, um, there are so many lines, right? And it's so hard to always see all of them. Like, I'm watching that draft and I'm like, oh, young farmer kettle. I'm like, that's just what you do. But, like, if you've never abused kettle before, like, it can be a little hard to know that maybe you're supposed to, like, abuse kettle with a good grain source as your food plan. And, like, again, Agricola is so hard because you have to constantly be switching up your plans during a draft. And so, like, that's hard. So, anyhow. Um, but yeah, that was a stupidly good game for DV lot. Stupidly good game for Forest Clearer. Like, just grow flipping in five, having all the action advantage in the world. A super dreamy sculpture course where just nobody was taking RSF. Also, why were people not taking RSF? That's my other criticism. That's my other criticism. Top Mighty Dragon, take RSF a little more. It's a good action space. You delayed Wayfarer to read for a room, which was totally fine, but build a room then. Build a room. Anyhow, Sculpture Course is such a good card. Yeah, it can. You find it gets underrated in the draft. I mean, to be clear, I'll say this. Sculpture Course is insanely good when nobody fights you on RSF, like this game, and that you get to grow. But, like, Sculpture Course occasionally is kind of awkward. Sometimes people don't let you start player with it in round 2 because you can't get on SP. Like, occasionally, you just can't get on RSF. But yes, like, we saw basically the best case for Sculpture Course in that game, and it's certainly very good. It's very powerful. You do have to be worried about it. You're also not a super fan of the Snake first round? Oh yeah, I mean, I still hate Snake first round, to be clear. I do hate Snake, but You had Entrepreneur to get some stone. Oh yeah, no. To be clear, I totally saw. Once you played Entrepreneur, I was like, oh, that's super clever. Like Entrepreneur to eke out the stone for Sculpture Course is great. So that's a great draft pick too. When you know you have a Sculpture Course game plan, it's great. But like you just didn't need to play the Entrepreneur until after you already like had grown and had things set up because we let you take so much RSF early, which is a great outcome. Like again, you played it how you're supposed to. It's just the game broke very much in your favor on like all of the vagaries of what everybody was doing and the decisions people were making. Um, the game could have broke better in my favor, but like it didn't. We got early growth, which is bad. We did not flip pigs in round 8, which was sad, sad, sad. And the game was also like kind of obnoxiously food tight because even though you had mega food, the rest of us didn't, and nobody was setting up grain or baking feeding, and the frickin' lover wanted to take all my sheep in front of me. So it all happens. But anyhow, you joined late and was surprised to see you get well and sculpture. Rare to have stone for both. I mean, nobody else had stone. Is like again, like nobody was taking RSF. So like that's just part. Not nobody. To be clear, 2 RSFs got taken that were not by DV lot in the early game, but basically nobody was taking RSFs. Like it was pretty nutty. Um, it was pretty nutty. I used no stone that game. That was a no stone game for me, which is also not usually my thing. So, all right. Oh, Top Mighty Dragon, you're back. Good luck. I assume you're not in the stream anymore. So, um, we got Top Mighty Dragon again. I'm in 4th seat. We got Destiny Dicer. Destiny Dicer is a 192. Top Mighty Dragon is a 174. And 8 Carrots is a 347. Not a lot of games. Relatively new account. Could be an alt, but it doesn't look like they have terrible reps, so like it could just be that they're truly new. Alright. So we have a solid edge, although once again the seeding order is not in our favor. The strong players in front of us and the weaker players are after us, but whatever. Overachiever is by far the best card here. The rest of these Ox don't really rate. I'm going to get a crap Ock on the wheel, to be honest. Festival planning can be very good, but I kind of don't need extra major actions, and it's not clear that I'm going to actually have fields with crops in them, whereas Food Basket is like very efficient way to get crops, so I'm going to take the Food Basket. The miners are at least definitely better. Like, somebody should take crop rotation field, somebody should take festival planning, somebody maybe takes cookery extension, but at least I'm like looking at like Acorn's Basket or like Corn Scoop Sackcard are at least playable. But Aquwise, I'm not expecting to get anything back that I care about. He's gonna beat you, you know, with your advice. Hopefully, Food Basket's so strong it's barely a passing miner as well. Yeah, the fact that it costs a read and has these like awkward prereqs, like it doesn't always get passed. So it can in some games get passed pretty well though. Like 2 Ox and 2 improvements isn't that hard. But anyhow, yeah, Food Basket very good. So we're happy to take that. Wow, these Ox are not very good, but these miners are good. These miners are good. Interesting. You find the passing's a pretty big downside. I mean, it is a downside. We're Shid's just arguing that's like not that big of a downside. Um, so I don't really want to be an Archway player here. Archway is like cool with the whole 4 points aspect, but the fact that it's no Ock is just like it makes it pretty unexciting. I think I take Grain Depot here. I'm a pretty big Grain Depot fan. It's a pretty dang good grain source. Although we already have Food Basket. Alternatively, like Nest Site is totally fine. Nest Site's totally fine. It's also a pretty decent SP. Nest Site's a pretty decent SP for us in round 1. And I am 4th seat, so it might be Nest Site, and then like I guess Clay Puncher is fine. I don't like Clay Puncher, but it's fine. With Overachiever, I guess some trickles of clay can help me build a fireplace or something, or help me play awkward costing miners.
Or more likely, I just don't play Clay Puncher, but like at least I'll take it as the thing that's most likely to actually do something for my game. I mean, profit, just having profit in your back pocket, maybe having pot. Okay, you know what? Actually, no, 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 no. Just having profit as an out in the late game could be really good, especially if you just belligerently push a big house. Although, again, maybe these players belligerently push a big house. I don't know. Not all sub 200s belligerently push big houses, but plenty of them do. Although I kind of just told Top Mighty Dragon not to just like I kind of told Top Mighty Dragon to belligerently push a big house if they didn't have good food. I'm gonna do this. I'm uneasy about these decisions. Um. Okay. These ox continue to suck. This is like really bad. I guess Bunny Breeder. I don't hate Bunny Breeder. These miners also kind of suck. I don't believe in piggy bank. I don't need small greenhouse when I already took a food basket. I don't see why I would ever want a tutor when I say the ox suck. I guess I'm gonna take a bunny breeder. Like maybe I play a bunny breeder round 1 and put 6 food on round 7 or the 8 food on round 9. Either of those are okay outcomes. You can SP with it in 13 soften for Plauso so it barely passes. Yes. You kind of like Archway with Force Seat? Oh, great. I hate. Why would you like Archway and Force Seat? You like the idea of going 2 Clay SP instantly? Like, to be clear, I think sacrificing your round 1 for 4 points is like pretty dubious return. Um, I guess I take a Bartering Hut. I guess I take a Bartering Hut. Bartering Hut at least can do things. This pack is so bad. This pack is so bad. Here are the real cards. My god, why do I only get this pack once? This is dumb. I want these cards. Seed Servant is pretty freaking cool. Patch Caregiver is pretty freaking cool, but like I'm just gonna take a Wood Collector. I'm taking the no nonsense Wood Collector. Wood Collector slightly helps me on actually building a house. I don't really need crop support. Not that Food Basket can always be all the crops, but Plow Hero. This is so unfair. Why do I get this pack only once? You get 2 clay, you don't have to SP. Sometimes it's 3 wood, 2 clay SP round 2. That's true. I did that recently. Anyhow, I'm not taking Archway that highly though. Um why do I only get this pack once? Freaking Fodder Beats, Throwing Axe, Syrup Tap. Like this is so I'm going to take the Throwing Axe. The Throwing Axe is pretty sweet, but I'm very mad that I only see this pack once. These are real cards. Those are all real cards still. I'm back to looking at not real cards. I guess Cooking Hearth Extension. Cooking Hearth Extension's okay. Oh, Festival Planning's still here. Wait, what? Uh, I'm gonna take the Festival Planning. I don't know how I'm actually gonna use the Festival Planning, but it's a very good card. So, Plow Hero was looking pretty good. You kind of like it more than the Wood Collector. That's fair. That's fair. I guess Forest Guardian is at least okay. Forest Guardian gives me 2 wood and occasionally gets me a food. That's better than these other cards. I guess Emissary occasionally does things, but holy crap. Holy crap, am I at the wrong seat in this draft? I'm like legit mad that I only get to see that good pack once. Okay, Archway is still here. Although there's also just Store of Experience. Also, Clay Puncher is back. I'll take a Clay Puncher. Still don't think I'm playing Clay Puncher. I also still don't think I'm playing Archway. You think if you have Basket as the only real crop card, all you want to do is take 1 grain or 1 veg, play Food Basket in 13 and plus 1s? Not always, but that'd be your default. Yeah, I mean, to be clear, that's kind of how I want to use it too, but if the actions are there, you can even take a grain and 1 veg and then do the plow. So, yeah, I agree. I think I'm taking Store of Experience and not worried about Archway. I really don't want to worry about Archway. I just don't want to worry about Archway. My miners are kind of bad also. I need playable shit while fighting for growth. I kind of am short on miners, especially if I actually want to SP Nest Site early, which I kind of do. You missed the game? I'm streaming another. All good. Yes to both of those. Although this next one is also already a little Sketchville. The draft has been mega rude in that we're getting kind of garbage cards. Um, we're getting kind of garbage cards. I guess Cattle Buyer occasionally does things. Carpenter's Yard turns a wood and a reed into a point. Yeah. This card doesn't actually really have that many other words. I still think I take it because I don't think I want a piggy bank. I don't think I want to be a piggy bank. Yeah, I don't see wanting to piggy bank. I'm glad nobody else is piggy banking. Piggy banking makes the game miserable on food and would steal one of the majors I want to build with Overachiever. Um, but yeah. Piggy bank looks decent. Piggy bank is okay here, but I don't think it's. What am I even piggy banking though? Like, why am I piggy banking? And with what food am I piggy banking with? Like, I don't. I guess I'd like the piggy bank explained a bit more to me, but I don't see it. I do not see it. I don't actually agree that this is a good piggy bank. Um, Piggy banks lets us pay 6 food for the well. Carpenter's Yard lets us SP well, much better. Archway piggy bank, the real combo. I mean, I guess. Carpenter's Yard at least less garbage on family growth without for 1 read. Yeah, that's true too. I could possibly save the read cost on Carp Yard, but we'll see how this game progresses. I don't love I do not love this hand. I'm not particularly thrilled that we like don't have food. So I don't I don't know that I like all my draft decisions. Like in hindsight, maybe I was supposed to take one of the grain cards so that I could at least like do some earlier baking with like one of the grain depots or the corn scoop. Although actually, did we see corn scoop or sack cart back? I got distracted by the harvest festival planning. Water worker. Okay, there's more read in the game. I would like to get some RSF actions. That'd be cool. But we'll see. I do not get RSF. Fair enough. I do get Ock. All right, well, we're going to go Ock start player. We're going to go Ock start player. The only question is if I have enough, like, do I want to go Clay Puncher because I actually plan to play enough of these that the clay is worth it? I actually think I might Clay Punch. Alternatively, just playing the Wood Collector now is fine, but the Ock quality is so garbage that I think I might wind up playing more Ocks. I'm gonna try to get value out of this Clay Puncher. It also might let me get a fireplace, which is like, I think actually could be helpful for our food, or a hearth. Clay Punch, SP Festival into fireplace. That doesn't work. Harvest Festival planning requires 2 occupations. Um, but yeah, festival planning is less good when you have an overachiever in hand. But festival planning is still pretty sweet of like just giving you a major action. But I mean, more so the harvesting the crops is like the really good part of it. So this might be a game where oh god, I'm gonna pass food basket to a water worker. That's not good. Extra read in the game is good. Extra read in the game is good for our read costing miners and our kind of just we want to build a big house game plan because we have nothing better to do. 2 clay goes there. That's fine. I'm assuming water worker day laborers. Got to assume the water worker day laborers. Nobody plowing. That's interesting. Then the passing matters if you use the thing early. Sid's gonna nap. Yeah, yeah. See ya. Third seat and snake opening is such a pain. Yeah, to be clear, I hate snake. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. I think snake is it is possible that snake has now made third seat just like the worst. Uh like third's almost certainly the worst now. But I kind of think both third and fourth are just still bad, and I think first seed is boosted even further, which is not good. All right, use God. We are gonna get a plowed. We're not gonna get a day labor. If you play a water worker, go use it. But maybe they have more day labor combos. What day labor shit did I pass that I'm forgetting? What day labor shit did I pass that I'm forgetting? I don't remember, but I'm gonna take RSF. Am I supposed to take RSF with a water worker in the game? I have an overachiever. Yes, I'm supposed to take RSF. But I might get 2 read back, which I kind of don't want. Kind of don't want 2 read back. I would like Ock back or 3 wood, but I don't know how this is going to go. I wonder if Top Mighty Dragon actually has the Archway, or did the Archway guaranteedly fall out of the draft? I don't remember. I don't know. We'll find out. It is another Ock right away. Maybe it is a Day Labor combo that I don't remember passing because I don't remember any good Day Labor cards, so I forget about the garbage ones. But we'll see. We shall see. You think third and snake is better than fourth and normal. That said, you're not sold on snake either, and you still wish that it was possible to just give fourth seed another food. Yeah. I get you. I'm with you that that's probably cleaner, but Stone Importer. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, that's a lot of extra stone in the game, which really kills the value of RSF. It does look like I'm going to get 2 read back, unless Carrots wants 2 read. Which, Carrots wanting 2 read is reasonable. I don't super want this 2 read, but I guess I can't be too annoyed about it. Alright, cool. Alright, wood collector time? Wood collector time. Wood collector time. Not overachiever time yet, obviously. Wood collector, though. Boop. Alright. We'll see what's next. Red should be day laboring with their water worker at some point, and because their stone importer needs food, they should be day laboring. But maybe they keep plowing. I don't know. I don't know whatever. I don't know what's gonna happen. I would like to stay start player, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm gonna go last. Cool. It's gonna be one of those games, eh? One of those games where 4 seats still sucks because everybody's like, no, you have to go last constantly. Constantly and forever, you must be last. You must not be allowed to have fun. Alright, they undo that. Just freaking day labor. You played a card that boosts day labor. Oh my god, you take 2 clay. Alright, well, if everybody's going to take 2 clay at a time, then Clay Puncher becomes much better. Clay Puncher becomes much better if everybody freaking takes clay like a maniac. Is this Archway? It's who knows what. Red seems to me like a wild card based on their first 4 moves. Yeah, I'm with you. Their game has no cohesion. Alright, Mining Hammer. That's a good card. That's a good card. That's fine. I agree that red is going to be a complete wild card, and it's very annoying that for a second game in a row I have the wrong seeding order then, but whatever. Although, actually, Top Mighty Dragon was not much of a wild card. Top Mighty Dragon mostly made cohesive moves. I just couldn't always predict their strategic direction. But once I knew their strategic direction, then I mostly knew what they were up to. Anyhow, 4 wood. 4 wood is definitely the right call. Reed kind of sucks this game. Although there's Reedstone food after taking Reed. Okay, I don't have to understand that. Do I care about Fireplace? Wait a sec. Do I care about Fireplace? Do I care about Fireplace bad enough here? I kind of feel like the answer should be no. But how's the bottom feeding and other people's food look? Oh. I already don't have room tempo. The person in front of me has room tempo. Top Mighty Dragon is also going to get rooms, like, really fast. Alright. Never mind. I'm gonna Fireplace. You think the answer is yes, even though we'd like it to be no? Yeah, that's where I've got it. We don't have incredible food. I think having better food is good. I think cutting food from the table could possibly pay off in the long run. But at the very least, like I don't have I don't have room tempo. So I better find some sort of tempo. And the tempo I'm gonna go for is I'm gonna have food tempo at least. God, red is gonna start. Fucking miserable. Whatever. I don't super care about. God, it's herring pot. Okay, herring pot is the combo we've set up. I mean, it's not a bad combo. I feel even better about fireplace knowing that fishing's getting taken at 3. I was about to say if you like the fireplace, then I'd be very surprised you don't want it. No, after analyzing, I did want it, and I wheel 3 wood. I wheel 3 wood, so that's good. Carpenter's Apprentice. Oh, that's gross. That's why they're taking more reed. I don't like having a Carpenter's Apprentice in front of me when I'm trying to overachiever, and the only thing I have is that, but whatever. Whatever. Red better fish. You better fish. You set up a fish combo, press the fish button. I would like to get RSF next round, but I guess 2 reads okay. Ock overachiever eventually is good. Alright, they do find the fish button. Good. Alright. Alright. Red probably should take 3 wood, because they have no wood. Top Mighty Dragon takes reed. Teal takes build. I could 4 food in that world. That might actually be the play, to take 4 food. And just, especially if red is buying stone in the harvest, if I take 4 food here, maybe we can get mega rewarded on the upcoming rounds. Alternatively, I could just take 2 reed and actually have room parts. But taking the 4 food's a little bit sketchville, because I might be forced to take the sheep soonish, because somebody's going to take... Well, nobody can build a cooking improvement. So somebody has to take clay next round. So if I take food, I am accepting that I have to sheep next round. But I'm also never getting in front of Top Mighty Dragon building a room. So, like, I just easily get a read action into sheep next round. So I think this round is food plus overachiever. Next round, well, I might just get 2 read back anyhow, like I said. All right, yeah, I'm gonna try to food pressure this table and see what happens. Food pressuring a revised is not really usually a thing, but I think this could wind up getting us some really big stacks during the end of stages 2 and 3. That's the hope. Red takes 3 read, sorry. Okay, I don't get 2 read back because red would rather do that than other stuff. Fair enough. Red getting room temp on me too is not great, but we could room in front of purple with 2 read into start food basket if you don't think that's worth it. Yeah, that's definitely not it's definitely not part of the plan. Top Mighty Dragon just takes more clay. Top Mighty Dragon still no Ock. Still no Ock. Goes 4 clay, 4 clay. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like just overachiever here then. I mean, again, we're a little desperate to actually get a read action, but we're going to want this overachiever out at some point. And the Forest Guardian still doesn't need to come out. But I am going to be mandated to take sheep next round now. I basically want RSF and sheep as my round. I don't know that I get that, but I probably get that. Red should open 4 wood. Purple should build. Teal should probably SP. In a dream scenario, teal is forced to re-up start and we get late growth. Yeah, I actually think I'm cheering for late growth of all things, which is kind of gross. But like this should go wood, build, start, RSF, something, hearth or ock into something, into I take the sheep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we just hope for late growth, and I managed to just get in the queue while setting everything else up. 2 stables. All right, I have to take sheep now. Have to take sheep now. They have hearth potential, so I might get blocked on RSF, which is pretty brutal. That's gonna be annoying as hell, but because somebody's probably taking RSF here because the actions start running out of good things. Red probably just locks down BMW. They did buy stone in the harvest of all things, so although BMW seems reasonable for them. Bookmark, that's a good miner. All right, I definitely did not come this far to watch the sheep not come to me. I said that you guys have to find food, and I want it to be hard. I want it to be hard. Red should probably BMW or just 3 more wood. Okay, you know what? 3 more wood tries to double build and then also starves. Sure. Whatever. Let's find out. Let's find out together. Let's find out together how this goes. If I have to, I will just Ock Forest Guardian, because Forest Guardian, if there ever is 6 wood left, looks hilarious here of like further food pressure. But yeah, another RSF. I don't know why Top Mighty Dragon has no Ox worth playing, except for the fact that the draft was kind of short of good Ox. But little annoying that Top Mighty Dragon doesn't want to Ock and just wants to keep taking food. But as I said, food is good. Top Mighty Dragon can actually try for like a well or something, so. But yeah, me not getting RSF's a bummer, because, like, I could single read here alternatively. Red's food is okay between fishing and BMW. Yeah, Red's food is fine. I agree that Red's food's actually fine, assuming that they're building BMW. Now, what if they're actually double building? Because they just took 3 wood rather than build BMW. So, also, do they even get on fishing? Because, like, 3 food looks like it could be premium next round for somebody. I might take single read here. I really hate single read, but building in front of red could be fairly important for me. Yeah, I actually think I do take single read. I really don't like that move, but the other move here for me is Ock the Forest Guardian, which is like, it's not that bad, but the tempo on the room is probably worth it. But God, taking single read in a water worker game, this is what this is the punishment I get for cutting all the food. Teal is forced to go grain into clay oven at this point. Amazing. Yeah, I'm taking this read. If it's late growth, this is like super good. Even if it's round 6 growth, this is still kind of important because I don't think Teal can get, well, Teal, God, yeah, this is maybe still an issue. Teal can get back in the queue potentially. No, they can't. No, they can't. Never mind. This is fine. This still buys me 3rd growth. This single read still buys me 3rd growth instead of red possibly like double building here and pushing me forever behind the queue. So I think the single read is pretty dang good. This timing is actually okay for me too, because I get to start player the Carpenter's Axe. I get to start player the Carpenter's Axe when I eventually go for growth. The well is probably going to be gone due to Top Mighty Dragon taking it, but even like overachieving into a hearth is like okay action advantage benefit, although not saving a resource. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what else there is. But anyhow, just obvious room, no stable. Yeah, no stable. I do think there's going to be big piles pretty soon because like the food is kind of wrecked here. For the people that are growing first, is this ever one read? It was. I got caught up there. This gets in the way of Red's double build too, because they'd want the extra read for BMW and feed. Yeah. The one read I think was actually just tactically like super important. Like the more I looked at it and the way it affects the queue and how everything goes. Like if this was round 7 growth, that one read just gets me 2nd grow. But like in round 6 growth, that one read got me 3rd growth. Like that one read just came with an earlier time in the grow queue. So also purple's not starting. Wait, what? Okay, that one read got me 2 spots further in the grow queue. I guess. Sure. Hollow Warden for a fireplace. I mean, that's cool, but you have to start. You have to start. You're growing last now. I understand that you need food, but Okay. I accept. I accept. What does Store of Experience even get me? I don't even know. I get a stone? Amazing. I get to overachieve the well. Incredible. Absolutely ludicrous. Yep. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. That is the plan. That is the plan. What round is Throwing Axe? Is it round 8 or round 7? Play in round 7. God, we get to grow Throwing Axe plus well? That's ludicrous. Oh, growing Throwing Axe. Okay, the game just broke. Well. Oh, wait, no. I was about to say, can't purple build a well, but they don't have a wood. Okay, yeah. Well, that was okay. Everything is good now. Everything is good now. Teal truly doesn't have food, and they grew first. I'm just growing second with good food. I get to overachieve freaking well. I have a throwing axe to boost my food every time I take wood. Uh, I have a clay puncher down still to eke out a little clay when I ock or take clay pit. Things seem great. Red still doesn't know where the food button is, or where the Red has chosen not to take fishing, which is kind of crazy. This is renovate. Wait, what? You get another stable off mining hammer, but what? What are you renovating with? They must have a stone house ock. They're just renovating to a hearth. I mean, fair enough. I guess they just did not see their path to food, but like choosing to never grow is crazy. Although red not taking food is also crazy. Remember how I said I was going to try to food pressure this table and then beat them up in beat them up in the end of stage 2 and stage 3 when they had no food? I think that's what's going to happen here. I think I get to take insanely good actions while everybody else is starving. And anyhow, throwing axe plus well is just disgusting. This game broke so well all of a sudden. That single read has more than paid off. Red puts the hammer on the food by taking the fishing, which they obviously were going to. Although Red did not build, so Mighty Dragon can at least start, yeah. But like I just get 4 wood here because Teal cannot take 4 wood. I don't even know what Teal does to feed. Clay oven? Teal has to clay oven. Never mind. Teal has to clay oven, but I still get 4 wood. Purple had pasta food. Was there some grow alternatives like Little Stick Knitter or Autumn Mother? I don't think there was. I think Purple just. I think we just played Purple last game, and Purple said they didn't think they had enough food to push growth in the last game. I think Purple probably needs to learn to be more aggressive about growing and then figuring out food. They seem like a player that wants to be very safe on food before doing other stuff, which is probably how they win their games. And so they're probably not great at pushing and then figuring it out. But yeah, they definitely need to learn that. But anyhow, I will be the beneficiary of all of the goodies. Oh, there's 6 clay. There's also 6 clay. Uh, huh. All right, what about 6 clay? 4 wood is kind of crazy, but 6 clay, trying to build in clay is also pretty valuable. Huh. I don't know what the rest of this round is. Red should be building a BMW. Maybe they should be building rooms. Purple, like, has to take the sheep and can't even breed them. Teal, I guess Teal winds up taking the big stacks now that they clay ovened. So I am deciding I probably should take wood. I'm gonna get like 4. I can take like 4 plus 1 clay next round, and I don't need to build rooms in clay. I don't need to build rooms in clay. Red can't build BMW? Oh yeah, Major Miner got taken. I guess Red just builds rooms. Unless they have the basket maker Ock, they don't. I'm pretty sure that's a. I think I honestly do think that's a first pick water worker. I don't remember. I don't remember passing water worker, although I easily could have because like I also just don't clock individual water workers. Red takes the clay stack because continues to just not want to actually use their resources. I mean, I'm fine with them choosing to cut resource stacks and never grow. Um, That actually looks really dangerous from red because teal gets to take 3 wood now and open. Like, teal is cutting their own 6 wood, but teal can take 3 wood into build. Or not even build, sorry. Teal takes 3 wood and they build to open next round. I mean, teal should just do that with Carpenter's Apprentice. Teal should absolutely take 3 wood and just do that to open next round. Blocking your own 6 wood is sad, but getting back in the growth queue so fast is, like, really good. I probably open 3 reed next round. As much as I say there's a bunch of reed in the game, I don't have it. Yeah, teal does find the 3 wood line. Oh, and they have a syrup tap. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. They need a bit of food. They need a little food. But yeah, I like 3 reed. I like the 5 clay next round. There's not as big a stacks as I thought there was going to be, so that's a little bit sad. Oh, wait. Also, wait. Purple didn't take the sheep? Wait, what? Wait, what? Purple took RSF? Purple must have a stone house hawk, but I also could just open 6 food again next round. Like, I don't even know if purple's the player I need to punch, but if I take the sheep, then purple, like, is forced to take the 4 food bottom feeding, and my opponents continue to, like, just starve. I'm probably just gonna take 6 food. Like, I need food too. Purple can open the sheep, they don't have to grow. Oh, duh, I missed that. Nobody built rooms. Oh yeah, never mind. Purple opens the sheep. Yeah, that makes total sense. I'm being dumb. I'm just assuming people built rooms because they should have, but nobody did, so. Alright, never mind. The sheep go. I will take 3 reed then. Red bought more stone. Okay, yeah, stone is, like, already becoming shit because I got to cheat a stone with Overachiever, and Reedstone food has been taken a million times, and red has bought a bunch of stone off the stone carver. Smuggler comes down off the bookmark. Ooh, okay, this clay oven's way better. This clay oven's way better if you have a smuggler. That's way more cohesive. Alright, they do open the sheep. Okay. With my throwing axe, I kind of do want to take the 3 wood. Teal has to build. Teal has to build. Maybe I don't take 3 reed then. Maybe I just don't care. 3 wood plus 2 food is, like, pretty sweet. Like, I don't have to be super paranoid about my food, but, like, I do have to be a little paranoid about my food. I get that I have well and nest site helping out, but as long as throwing axe is going to work on 3 wood, I think I should just take this. I'll probably get the reed on the wheel, but if I don't, because red wants to take more reed, like, whatever. I don't have to build again. I can work on just doing farming and other things. Like, I should start plowing. The plow pressure is going to get real. Teal is starting to plow, which is good. Because, yeah, definitely want to plow. The 5 clay still looks pretty good. Like, I could renovate and build clay rooms with 5 clay. Wow, red is going to take the reed. Alright, well, that kind of sucks. Red has a million resources, but god, buddy, you gotta actually use them. You gotta take actions that use them. You don't get to just take them with you. I guess the reed does protect red. Like, if I had taken the reed, red also has to, like, SP to build. So maybe I was supposed to take the reed, but teal takes the food. Alright. I will take this 5 clay. I'll assert that I'm eventually using this. I assert I'm eventually using this. And then maybe I do RSF or plow. But that's just a good amount of... Take the resource stacks here. Take the resource stacks here while I can. Now red finally realizes they need to, like, start player to build or something. You don't actually have to start player to build red, though. That's the thing. You don't have to do this. I bet red would love the storehouse clerk card. Apparently they would. Oh, woodsaw! Oh my god, wait a sec. This is actually incredible. They trapped teal into building, and they're going to woodsaw. Oh, that's actually hilarious. Oh, I did not consider this. Okay, you know what? Kudos, red. Kudos. I do think this is still slow, but they do get to grow. Yeah, this is actually quite cool. This is quite cool. Them not getting the BMW yet is a little bit crazy, but I guess they do get to. Well, how do they feed? How? I guess they're relying on getting BMW on the wheel. I guess they're relying on BMW on the wheel. They grow and then they just hope to God that they can play basket makers. But anyhow, with Woodsaw, I actually think some of their moves are kind of defensible. The main problem with their plan and their execution is not building the basket makers yet is kind of crazy. Actually, it's more than kind of crazy. It's very crazy. Like, they've been sinking so much food into Stone and Porter. I get Herring Pot Waterworkers like a fun combo, but you have to actually put that stone that you bought into useful things. But anyhow, going last is a bummer, but that was hilarious. So Trident was in the draft. Oh, that's true. They're probably growing a Trident. Good call. They can just rend the basket makers so they have flexibility. That's true. That's also true. They could just happily rend the basket makers and like nobody's first action right away. Well, I was gonna say nobody's first action right away, but maybe they are. RSF gets taken. That's fine. I would probably rather plow. I do eventually want to build another room. I think maybe all this clay is bartering hut eventually. Like maybe I am just farming really good from here. But this was a pretty good round. This is a pretty good round. Going last is going to be sucky. I think purple probably winds up taking the pigs because they can just eat all their sheep and then they can breed pigs. Yeah, purple getting 2 pigs here looks great, which is going to kill my throwing axe streams. My throwing axe streams are going to get wrecked here, but that's okay. I kind of like just plowing some more. The 3 stone looks like it's mostly a distraction. The Grain Depot. Okay, Grain Depot, good card, especially when paid for with clay that you have extra of. Please play this with clay. Yeah, okay, that's a good move. They definitely need basket makers, but I guess red basket makers will be there for them. Purple takes clay, not the pigs. I think that's a pretty big mistake. Yeah, those pigs looked like they helped set purple's food up for a long time. I guess, to be fair, purple's going to get them back. I'm not taking the pigs. I'm now definitely taking boosted wood. Yeah. Like, I'm taking wood with 2 food. 3 wood with 2 food is a very good action in a game where people are still a little bit food hungry. I mean, it's not terrible, but people are still constrained by their food. All right, yeah, it's red basket makers. All right, kudos. Teal hopefully is going to SP to grow. Yeah, Teal hopefully SPs to grow. Yeah, Red's game is kind of coming together here. Like, that Woodsaw was quite good. They're still riding the very fine line. Collector, oh god. Okay, they don't care about the pigs. Why take 4 clay? Wow. Why have so much stone? Also, why Teal taking more Reedstone food? Teal just gonna build a 5th room? Teal, aren't you gonna start player? I like 3 wood with 2 more food. I also like 3 wood and defense 14 if nobody's gonna take these pigs. Yeah, actually, I might wind up fencing 14 here. I'm gonna take this 3 wood, and then we're gonna see if Teal starts, and we're gonna see what purple actually does. I thought purple would be taking these pigs, but I think purple's about to collect, but I truly have no freaking clue. Are they gonna collect clay and reed for another room? I don't know. I do not see I don't know what their plan is. Now they do finally take the pigs. Okay, so fences are less good. Nope, they don't take the pigs. They undo. They do collect. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is. I don't know why we have so much stone. I guess just because we've got all the reedstone foods. Yeah, I guess because we've just got all the reedstone foods. The 4 clay almost has to be another room. So yeah, it almost has to be collect clay reed. Indeed, it was collect clay reed plus each. So that was clay reed, each animal, and a food? Wait, never collect a food over a veg. Never collect a food over a veg. You have a hearth. I mean, I get it. There's too many options on collector, but that's not right. Okay. I get 3 pigs to open next round. I mean, I like plow. I do like plow, but what about fence 14? What about fence 14 into triple pig? I mean, the room queue is just absolutely effed, so like, I think I just screw rooms at this point. I am gonna 3 room this game, and we're gonna rely on overachiever. We're gonna rely on, like, I do think Teal's gonna build another room someday. So like, the grow queue is just so screwy. Like, we should just be efficient farmers. And one of the best ways to be efficient farmers is breeding animals with a fireplace and a hearth, and also picking up 3 pigs as efficiency. You think this is inexperienced with collector? It can be a hard card to play. Yeah, again, I especially knowing that Top Mighty Dragon knows I stream and probably is going to come watch these VODs. Collector is very complex. It is there's so many options, there's so much to consider, and you probably haven't played that many games with it because it always gets first picked. And I'm assuming they first picked it, or maybe they second picked it. They certainly didn't third pick it because I did not pass a collector. So anyhow, yeah, obviously you take a veggie instead of a food. Like, that's just the thing. I agree. That's just the thing they missed. So like, whatever. We can build a clay room later, maybe, probably not, but eh. No, I don't think we're building a clay room later. I think I think the clay is bartering hut. I think this clay is like secretly. I think this clay is like secretly cows. Is maybe what I'm claiming, or maybe it's nothing. Maybe this clay is garbage. I don't know. It's Reno pottery at some point, maybe. Like, there is 4 stone on the board, which I'm also tempted to eventually take. Like, its early cows were even better than we thought. We might just be breeding all the types in our fences, because like we might just go pigs, sheep, and we might just get 2 cows next round. Because like, oh, the collector ate their cow, didn't keep their cow. That part's a little sad. That was joinery on growth with ambition. Uh, okay. Stone is Stone is so garbage. This overachiever ain't gonna have a lot to do, but I again, like, the only thing Mighty Dragon is doing here is building a 4th room. Mighty Dragon needs so much wood for fences, although all these players need so much wood for fences. Ambition is the right word. If only we had Dung Collector Slurry. Oh my god, yeah. If only we had Dung Collector Slurry. Anyhow, yeah, that joinery is super ambitious when you have a smuggler. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. All right, 3 pigs me. 3 pigs me. 3 pigs is insane value. Thank you. I will consider 4 stone because I still have an overachiever. Like, 4 stone's probably a stone oven. Someday maybe. God, there's so much stone in this game. Maybe 4 stone is still garbage. But I do think I want to run out twice. So like 4 stone, 2 reed are like solid enough actions. Oh, I want more than 2 reed. I really want 3 reed because of food basket. Huh, I really want 3 reed. Oh, I also forgot I had profit. Oh, never mind. I don't get 4 stone because red, well, red taking 4 stone. They're in a 4 room house. Okay, you know what? That's actually fine. That's fine. They distract me from They distract me from doing bad things. I'm gonna keep plowing. Plow is the next priority. 2 sheep does not look very important. I can last action 2 sheep. I should be able to last action 2 sheep. 2 sheep is like, oh, resource recycler. Oh, that's actually very cute. I like the resource recycler. I don't like them taking 4 clay then. I think you have to let other people renovate. Also, what are they doing with their stone then? Like, are they becoming a pottery? I don't know. They should have used their stone sooner probably, but whatever. I do like the resource recycler. I just don't know what it's gonna proc. Like, is red actually gonna renovate for them? I don't know. I guess they still just build a regular room and then they resource recycler to a 5th room. Teal takes a veg. Teal needs so much wood. Teal's game looks totally dead to me. Like, Teal looks like they're in a real bad spot. I think this is going to be a fine 3 room farming game for us. We're like, it's not going to be an incredible game, but we're going to just put up a very solid score and a very solid farm, and our opponents are going to struggle to do those things. And that's how we're going to win. Because, Yeah, we just don't like. I think we're getting 2 cows next round. I just don't think anybody's gonna stop us. But yeah, like our opponents just don't have wood. Our opponents just don't have wood. Actually, purple probably needed a first action 3 wood. They are gonna build a room, but oh boy, do they need 3 wood. Yeah, this looks like we just get to win by doing solid farming stuff. Again, I definitely take the sheep. I open next round with 2 cows. I hope that I get 3 reed next round, which red but a forest owner. Okay. Forest owner makes both purple and teal's games a lot better. It makes me a little bit sad. Forest owner now is purple's best move. Well, or I guess some people have to start for grow. I don't know. Some people have to start for grow. That forest owner changes things. I did not know that existed either. That forest owner is still the joinery is still ambitious because like you still want to be smuggling grain pretty badly. Like teal really wants to sow bake, and I guess they're going to because I'm not threatening crops. All right, 2 cows are top priority. 3 reed is pretty important. Unfortunately, red might take 3 reed on me on next round again, which is like kind of brutal. Like for the fact that it's a water worker game, this water worker is actually not putting in very much work. Oh, profiteering. Yeah, this water worker has added 4 reed to the game, but I want reed. I want reed so bad, but I guess part of the problem is the player right in front of me wants a bunch of reed because this carpenter's apprentice. But yeah, I've taken no RSFs. No, wait, I took 2 RSFs. That's a lie. 2 RSFs. That's how I have a. That's why I have a well. I am very fortunate that I got to sneak the well because the rest of my opponents like just don't have anything. All right, we collect. We're collecting a bunch of animals. They might take 2 cows on me. I might not get 2 cows. I took 1 RSF. Surely I took 2 RSFs. I must have taken 2 RSFs this game, right? How did I get a well? I had to have 2 stone. Store of experience. God, I've only taken 1 RSF. That's right. I store of experience the other stone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow, see, I've only taken 1 RSF. Yeah, I mean, again, kudos to my opponents, I guess, for doing the right things. Um, yeah, well, purple should be taking 4 wood, probably, although forest owner changes the wood equation a lot. Hopefully purple takes 4 wood, but I can't totally blame purple if they want the pair of cows, although with collector, you don't really need to do it. What did they collect, by the way? They took all the things they should plus wood reed. Good. Add more reed to the game. Add more wood to the game. All of that seems accurate. That seems like the right collect. That seems like the right collect this time. All right. Hopefully they start plowing or taking wood. The 2 cows is cute, but like they don't really need them. But we'll see. Teal is definitely going to forest owner. I think this looks really good for me just getting grow without this game. Like, purple is trying to build a 5-room house. I still kind of think teal's going to build a 5-room house. Maybe teal stops at 4 rooms, so maybe I don't just get free access to grow without, but maybe I do. We'll see. But growing without with overachiever is wildly good, so store of experience for a read, good. Good. Add more read to the game. Let me take my 3 read action. Let me take my 3 read action. Oh, baby, we're getting the cows. All right, this was the best Fence 14. This was such a good Fence 14. Fence 14 into 3 pigs, 2 sheep, 2 cows is a good life. I'm really concerned that red is going to take my read again. I really don't like that outcome, but I can't pass on cows. This is a what, a 4 point action plus 3 food? I can't pass on 4 point actions plus 3 food. Good. Red also can't pass on fishing. All right. I just wheel the 3 reed. Good times. I do want to keep plowing. Plows are very pressured, and my opponent should start plowing even more, but I think I need the 3 reed even worse. Well, do I need the 3 reed even worse? Well, and plow gets taken there. All right. 3 reed is definitely the action then. 3 reed is just so totally the action, so obviously the action. Uh, I would like 3 reed, and then I just reno to a hearth. I reno to the other hearth is probably my next action. I could try to SP for... I could SP food basket for Plauso. I mean, the problem is red loves a food basket here, so I kind of don't want to pass it to them. But 3 reeded to start food basket would be sick. Yeah, I kind of don't want to pass the food basket to them. I kind of think I just want to reno. Although with festival planning in hand, maybe it is fine. Maybe it is fine just to freaking pass the food basket along. I think I like just Reno Hearth here, though. I think I like just Reno Hearth. I guess it'll depend on what Teal does. Because I am currently last, which is not great. Purple fences for... If I mean, I guess... I don't think they should be doing this. I think they should just be going to Forest Owner. I don't think they should be settling for fences. That plow also looks like it's in the wrong spot because of resource recycler, but maybe it's not. I guess you build rooms here and you fence these 6 spaces and you plow what you can. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Reto here. I think I just Reto here. I'd like to be able to justify 3 stone later. Although, there's not gonna be 3 stone again until round 13. Yeah, or it's a slight bummer, but... Teal takes start player anyhow, so perfect. I can run Hearth without feeling bad. I can run Hearth without feeling bad. Thunderbolt. Uh, that's cute. That's reasonably good for them. It's just, it's kind of funny. Teal is like adding wood to the game with Forest Owner, and then converting it into grain with Smuggler, and then just sowed it, and now is converting that grain back into wood. It's a little bit of an Ouroboros situation going on there, but all right, give me that other hearth. This other hearth is actually a decent bit of extra food because I have so many pigs and an extra cow. So I don't know that I actually need more food, to be fair. We do have a ton of food. This nest site has been paying off nice. The well's been paying off nice. Yeah, nest site's been 6 food. The throwing axe was a lot of food, right? Yeah, 6 food throwing axe. 6 food throwing axe has really helped power us through, but like whatever, it's fine. I'm trying to end this game at 445 on animals again, which does mean I have what, 1 extra pig, I have 3 extra sheep, and I have an extra cow. Okay, yeah, we're just like we are mega fed. We are mega fed is the thing. Uh, but it's good. We're just doing 3-room farming. We're just being efficient. We're just gonna keep plowing. We're gonna overachieve a clay oven. No, clay oven's gone. Admittedly, there's this. The improvements do suck. The improvement situation sucks for us, an overachiever. But food basket's still gonna be legit. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna open plow here. We're gonna open plow here always, and then just start taking crops. I kind of do just want to start player in 13 with the food basket for Plauso 14. Although, given that I'm trying to aim for overachiever, maybe that's bad. I do want the grow withouts, and it's not clear that Teal is going to build a 5th room. Yeah, especially if grow flips, Teal is just going to obviously take the grow. I could aim for stables, but there's not that much wood. I mean, like, there's a lot of wood needs still at this table. There's a lot of wood needs at this table still. Urgent does flip. I think that's still good for us. Like, we want more access to urgent growth. I mean, Teal should take it, but that does mean that I'm, like, reasonably likely to get it going forward. But yeah, just plow. Plow. Clearly plow. It's plow time. I think it is just veg grain time, to be honest. I think just veg grain and aim for the start player into a big plow so. Like, just max our crops. There's just so little else that I can do besides farming. So, like, I may as well just keep farming while I can. I want 3 stone next round, and I want start player, and I want grow. That's a lot of things to want. There's just no majors for me to go for. Yeah, there's pottery and stone oven. Yeah, this overachiever admittedly is not doing much for us, which is a bummer. It's a bummer, but I mean, it overachiever still helped us get the well, so like whatever. Worst case, it helped us cheat a well in a game that had way too much stone. But anyhow, all the wood's getting taken. There's really nothing else to do. Teal's get a fence. This is a gross fence. Why not take forest owner first? Take forest owner before fencing, buddy. But whatever. Yeah, I really just don't want to start. There's not that many vegetables at this table in people's hands. There's very few crops in players' hands. Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna take this. I don't know when red is gonna renovate. Red does have a crap ton of resources again and needs to actually use them. Keeping red off plows is doing me a lot of good though. Keeping red off plows is doing a lot of good. It sort of looks like red wants to like day laborer exchange something for a stone reno stone oven. Yeah, they just take 2 pigs and throw one away. That's crazy. That's a crazy block. That's unfortunate for Teal's fences. It's unfortunate for Teal's fences. Um, they undo that move. Yeah, that move just looks bad. That move just looks bad. I could build a clay room. I think that's wrong, but I could do it. I could take another big clay pile and build a clay room. I guess I would like to get a pottery, but to get a pottery, I'd have to take stone. And I really just want to take 3 stone at once. But maybe my opponents finally start taking more stone. I don't know. Forest owner gets taken. That makes sense. Purple definitely needs more fences. Purple gets to grow here. Teal stay and start is fine by me. That's fine by me. Yeah, I'm gonna just take a grain and I'm gonna just aim for the start player into a giant plow sow. So I'm at least gonna get that off. And I'm gonna like assume that that just wins. Like just getting like a low 40s is just gonna win here. I would have liked to have pushed growth harder after I set up food, but I basically like in round 4, I basically said scores were gonna be low because I was gonna make people's food suck. And then I got to make people's food suck. Not like suck so bad that they were gonna die, but like teals had to do awkward so bakes in order to like keep living, and it meant that they couldn't use their action advantage to like take the big resource stacks. And yeah, they've kind of just been slowly dying. Red also has taken a lot of resource stacks, and then it just took them a long time to get action advantage. But red has a lot of resources, but also the plow pressure. This is one of those revised games where there's like no extra plows. Nobody seems to have a plow card at all. Wherever that plow maker wound up in the draft, or plow hero. Sid was right that plow hero looks pretty good, but this draft was also kind of weak, so it's not that shocking that scores are low. Although, God, I would trade my whole hand for a collector. I would trade my whole hand for a collector, I think. Well, whole hand? I would trade all my ox for a collector. A collector with truly no support is probably actually not doing better than what I'm doing, but... And I guess I have a wood collector overachiever. That's not bad. This clay puncher did get me the first fireplace. It's got me 5 clay. It's not been as good as I thought. I thought I might actually play profit or something, but maybe I still do play profit just to get a reno. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. This end game's still going to be interesting. This end game's still going to be interesting. Teal's just going to Ock here. They actually have another Ock. They have food. A hoof caregiver. They're going to add a cow to cow. And they're going to get some resources. Okay, and then they're probably getting 3 cows to open next round. That's hilarious. Okay, this is good. This is great, actually. This is really good for us. Red is renovating. This triggers Resource Recycler, who's going to build a room. This means that purple does not care about grow without. Teal doesn't care about grow without. Red, I'm gonna allow red to grow without, and then last round, I'm just gonna get last action grow without with overachiever. So that's a nice outcome. I am still gonna start player first action next round, even though I'm gonna be offered grow. I might even be offered plow sow. And I'm still gonna just start player because that's what we've set up to do. We are so set up to just start player and have a mega plow sow, and there goes my pottery. Okay, I will not be overachieving a pottery. That's a bummer, but it's okay. Again, I just don't think any of my opponents have enough points to catch me, even with all their actions. I just don't think it's happening. I just don't think it's happening. All right, Teal, do you want plow sow? You want 3 cows. Yeah, you want 3 cows with your cool hoof care thing line, which is cool. I might just wheel grow here, actually. Plow sow kind of looks like, I think I get grow back. I think I get grow back because I think red's better move is to plow sow. I think red's better move is to plow sow. But anyhow, I will definitely open plow sow next round because plow sow is now a 6-point action. And we do just wheel grow. Cool. I will overachieve fireplace. That's pretty lame, but I guess. You think you would have wheeled SP here and opening plow sow made sense? So, probably. But what if I don't? What benefit do I get from plow sowing into start player? 1 more field? It doesn't actually help the crops multiply anymore because I already committed to the grain veg. So I don't think it's worth the risk. Like, what's the benefit? I get 1 more field. Like that doesn't. That's no good. And the odds that I got back a plow or grow definitely made this worth it. Which, by the way, I have my choice of plow or grow. I mean, I'm definitely taking grow with overachieving a fireplace. Anyhow, I think not starting there is crazy because I just don't think there's I don't think there's any upside. It's a field and grain point. Oh, it is 1 more grain point. No, you're right. You're right. It is 1 more grain point. So it's a 3-point move. It's a 3-point move. I guess it would have been okay. I guess it would have been okay. I just don't. I think we've set up so much to just do the frickin' start player for plow sow. I think it's like pretty important to just do it. But anyhow, I will take 3 stone if I'm allowed to. Although 3 stone is just for a reno now because teal is gonna rend the stone oven. Yeah. God, yeah, the majors are also just getting killed at this table, but I guess my opponents couldn't actually do on-time farming, so they've kind of had to do major improvements. Red does get a nice fence action, leaves themselves only 1 more field. That makes sense. I think purple would be crazy to pass field here, although purple does really want a fence. Yeah, purple really would like to fence, but yeah, they're going to take the plow like they're supposed to. Yeah. But yeah, there goes Reno. So yeah, I do get 3 stone at least, but yeah, this is Reno Stone Oven. Yeah, Reno Stone Oven. But I get Reno next round if I take 3 stone. Plus I have profit in hand, so like whatever. So yeah, 3 stone gets me a Reno. That's got to be worth it at this point because I'm running out of things to do. Running out of things to do, but again, 6-point plow sow. I breed 2 more points. I get a Reno off. I might find 1 or 2 other things to do. So yeah, like I'm mid-40s. I'm mid-40s on just a solid farming game here. So, not a bad outcome. But I am a little capped now. I am a little capped on more points. Although I might wheel grow. I don't know that red's going to first action grow. They might, but maybe I get to grow with the other fireplace. But anyhow, we do need to make sure red doesn't beat us. Red is at 31. They would need to get to, like I said, mid-40s to beat us. Red is going to get a few more points off BMW, and they will get a few more points off pottery. And they'll get a few more points off animals. So, I mean, red is going to get to, like, low 40s here, actually, after being kind of baffled by some of their early game decisions. But yeah, that Windsaw really got things together. And nobody sniped BMW, which, like, I don't. That was the only thing that I think. Red was being pretty frisky about basket makers, and I thought they would kind of starve without it, but. Teal looks like they're just taking last, which is not shocking. Teal never actually. Teal has not used their Carpenter's Apprentice fences, nor have they used their Carpenter's Apprentice stables. They only got 2 wood rooms off of it. The Teal's food has taken way too long to set up, and they've had to sow bake way too often to actually realize their food. So I think my food pressure really pressured Teal the most, but given Teal was growing first, that was kind of the goal. I was kind of hoping Teal had to pass me good actions. So yeah, this looks like a nice bounce back win here. How are we doing here? We should have a pretty easy win. Red's a little closer than I would like. Basically, what happened here is we got to grow second with the well throwing axe overachiever in round 7, which was very cool. And unexpected, to be fair. Purple let us into the queue. We basically did a lot of food pressuring, which has reduced the scores this game. Like, I wound up taking 4 food in round 4, and then taking the 4 sheep in round 5, and basically asking everybody how they were going to feed. The answer was mostly that purple and teal fed poorly for a while, and then, yeah, basically they fed poorly for a while, and I got decent benefit. But everybody built a million rooms this game, so I couldn't get back in the queue with rooms. But I wound up fencing 14 into 3 pigs, and then 2 sheep, and then 2 cows. So my animal grabs were like super efficient, and now I've just been feeding off of the easiest animal life. I'm gonna get a mega plow sow here, so it should be a smooth win of just like I've got good farming with solid food, and basically my opponents were not able to do those things, and so they don't have great games. I mean, red is next closest to having solid farm with good food, but we could still get the 4th grade point technically, but the sequence plow sow plow Reno festival planning to sow seems unlikely. Yeah. Teal might challenge me here. We think Teal is still a threat to beating me? Teal is going last and they're at 29? What am I missing? Why am I afraid of Teal? Teal has more fences, but I can't understand how I'm supposed to be afraid of Teal beating me. Probably not. I don't think I'm worried about Teal beating me. I think I'm a little worried about Red catching me, and I think I'm ever so slightly about Top Mighty Dragon catching me on a red fence, but I don't think so. They have 5 actions, and they had a lot of wood. Well, yeah, but they also have to smuggle their wood. They also have a joinery, so anything they do with their wood is phantom. So I don't think I have to be afraid of them. Like, not that anything they do with their wood is totally phantom, but like it's anything they can gather a little wood, and yes, they can fence more, and they still have a carpenter's apprentice, so like they have 3 free fences when they fence. So like I agree that Teal is probably still getting to low 40s. I suspect all these players are going to get to low 40s. It's just I am going to hit mid 40s, and I don't think anybody else is going to catch me. But I guess I was supposed to keep a pig there too. I guess I was supposed to leave open the opportunity for me to stables into more points. I probably was supposed to leave the opportunity to stables into more points, but whatever. Purple has a nice red fence, but they don't have ceiling to offset the collector, and my farm is good, but not amazing. Yeah, to be clear, my game's not amazing. My game is by far from amazing. This is another game of just like, okay, I set up food, and then I got like okay growth, but I couldn't get back in the queue, and I just don't have efficient cards. Like, well, the overachiever is a good card. It's just I don't have anything to overachieve. Like, my hand kind of sucks again. But this draft was pretty low power. So, I mean, that's part of everybody's problem. Everybody is trying to survive off of, like, pretty mediocre shit. And so, like, that's the other problem. That is why actions are cool, because hey, actions at least do something, whereas like most of the cards don't. But like purple does get to resource recycler another room. Purple can wait for me to reno, uh, and then buy another room. So that's pretty cool. If I get grow back, that'd be sweet. Red probably is supposed to grow here. Red's probably supposed to grow here, but if I get grow back, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'd love another 4-point action. Love another 4-point action, but if not, so be it. Yeah, red is going to grow. I don't get my 4-point action. All right, fair enough. That does lower my point. Oh, they're undoing. Undoing. Hold. 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 Yes. No, they still grow. Ah, boo. All right. Purple plows. Okay. Purple is risking getting red fence blocked, but because teal probably just fences here. Yeah. So I do have to actually math. I have to math purple's score. I do have to math purple's score here. Assuming purple gets so is worth 1, 2, 3, 4 points to them. That's 22. Fences is worth another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's to 30. They get to resource recycler another room. That's 32. They reno to 38. They have 2 actions remaining in this world. I don't care. I don't care, right? I just can't be brought to care. Yeah, they don't actually threaten me. So, how do I get points? How do I get points? I go 3 wood into a stable. 3 wood into a stable is like my best moves. That's sad. That's sad. There truly is nothing else for me to do, though. Alright, 3 wood into a stable it is. Yeah, I'm looking hard, but I don't see anything else. 3 wood stable reno. Anything else? Anything at all? I don't think so. Any majors left? A 3 clay fireplace, which we are planning to renovate with. We are planning to renovate the 3 clay fireplace, but like there's no pressure on it, and there's no way purple is freaking renovating before us. Purple with their resource recycler. Okay, purple's actually just gonna not even purple's not even gonna try for the resource recycler room, which is very defensible, but I think purple is supposed to greed the Sobake here. I think purple's supposed to greed the Sobake. I think purple's also well, I took 3 wood, so I guess I am threatening red fence as an extra point now. Yeah, I was threatening red fence. I guess they have to. The stable is a point of sheep, so it's not that sad. Correct. Correct. I agree. That's probably fair since we just took wood. Yeah, I realize it too. Like, from their perspective, they don't know that I'm going to go for a fireplace. But are you not insta red fence if he let you? No, I probably wasn't going to block him. I guess I should because red fence is better than red pottery, but I was just going to go stable. I wasn't actually going to block him. Oh, he also got to sow? Wait, why did he sow? Wait, how did he... Oh! Oh, I missed this. I missed this. Oh, yeah, he super needed that fence because that gave him sow. All right, fair enough. All right, give me a stable. I guess nobody actually chose to threaten stables either, so I guess I would have blocked him, but whatever. I guess he had to red fence there the more I think about it. I can profit a red fence if it's better. I guess it's technically better on tiebreak, isn't it? Yeah, for tiebreak reasons, it's... For tiebreak reasons, it's what, like 4 resources better? 3 cooking improvements is cooler? I agree, that's the thing. Like, what about cooking hearth, fireplace, fireplace? But yeah, I have enough food, right? I'm eating a cow, so there's 1 cow that doesn't matter here. So I guess I'll profit. We can use our clay puncher one more time. Like, I'm gonna do the profit thing. I'm gonna do it. Whee! Okay. We end at 46. I ate a cow. Everything's good. I can even eat the cow in a fireplace just to show them. But yeah. Red takes one more giant reed pile. Makes sense. Red didn't even have time to take clay for the pottery. That's rude. That's rude. Red ends at 39. Purple is at 38 with 2 actions left. Oh, I forgot to count the stable for the Reno. I forgot to count the mining hammer stable. Maybe I would have had to block Purple's red fence. Probably not, but I was gonna say I don't know if they can like somehow collect for more value too, but probably not. So it's gonna be a 39 to 39 to 39 game, or no? Teal is still getting to 40. Wow, I'm not sure I would have called Teal getting second place, but I guess that remaining fence action was huge. They did miss the 6th room. Yeah, they had to miss the 6th room by doing this. They did have to miss the 6th room by renovating in front of me. But they couldn't risk getting totally fence blocked, so I get it. Although it looks like they kind of had to risk it, because it does look like they might just be taking last. I guess they're not actually taking last. They're going to take third, because they take tiebreak resources here. Because, yeah, they eat a pig. Yeah, so they get to take a bunch of tie breaks, but I don't think they have any points. Oh, they have a point. Wait. Hold. Hold. Fodder beats. Okay, so they're second place because Teal... No, they're third place. Teal has an action here to make points or take more resources. But they can make points by taking 2 wood. So, yeah, Teal... It's going to be 46 to 41 to 40 to 39. Red is still last. Okay. Yep. Good game, everybody. All right, that was a tough one. Well, that was a tough one in that like relatively low card quality, and then yeah, just like not getting well. We were in a tricky position, but then yeah, purple deciding to let us jump them was huge. That was a big break, and then we did get breaks when we got the animal pairs, and it was good break for us that grow flipped instead of plow sow. So we did catch some breaks here. On the other hand, we also would have liked to like be pushing a bigger house instead of all of our opponents wanting to go big house. Not that I should call this big house, moderate house for some of them. Like, but I mean, they had a carpenter's apprentice that I didn't have. So anyhow, those stage 4 animals were insane. Yeah. That was really where our game turned. Being able to fence into the 3 pigs, 2 sheep, 2 cows. That was very helpful, though. The fact that all of my opponents just had to go different directions. Also, the fact that most of my opponents had to go different ways for their food. Suddenly, all of the food opened up for me because I am going to cook this cow in a fireplace, by the way, just for fancy sake. I'm going to reorganize my animals, just get this sheep over here. That way the pig will hopefully breed into the right spot naturally, and it'll make my confirm a bit easier in a sec. Yeah, you wasn't sure to take the 2 pigs. I think you were correct not to. Single read into overachieve, our grow queue was like 3 breaks in a row. That's true. The single read was a good break. It was kind of an unfortunate break prior to that when purple built stables with their room, which, hello. Nicely played, Top Mighty Dragon. Nicely done. Nice game. Collector is hard, and you wound up with a cool game. I think you're correct not to take the pigs. But it's like I don't want like I only fence because you don't take the pigs, right? So like I do some different stuff if you don't, and that different stuff maybe still works for me. But like I think you had to set up your own game at that point. I do think you're not supposed to build stables. Um, you had a misstep at one point where you took a food over a veg with Hearth. Yeah, I call that out if you rewatch this. You definitely cost yourself 2 food on your first collect. I don't know how much that wound up mattering, but um, but anyhow, letting me jump you in the growth queue was interesting. I didn't expect that. I don't know that your stables were good. I guess I don't know if you were hoping that I was going to let you have the sheep, but I think you don't want to build stables. You just want to have faster fences. Uh, but, but yeah, you maybe wanted to sneak a few more plows into the early game. You took. Did you take 2 clay in round 1 over plow? I think you should just plow. You really just want 4 clay into a hearth. I guess you have a hollow warden though. I guess you have a hollow warden, so I guess you take 2 clay because you were gonna hollow warden. But then I wound up beating you to the fireplace. Something slightly awry with that opening. Either you should just go for plows, or you should go for the 2 clay and make sure you get the fireplace. But under no scenario should I be beating you to the fireplace if you're going the fireplace line. You have to pick one or the other, I think. I think either is defensible, but I think you have to follow through on one of those 2 lines. I probably would just plow early. You could always 3 clay fireplace with your hand, but anyhow. A common collector game plan is 3-room hearth, get your fences up and collect twice to breed, then you're kind of open to do whatever. Yeah, I think they're somewhat familiar with that, but I'm not sure. You did. You were trying to fireplace, but the ox didn't work out with the first player order. Gotcha. Alright. I think letting me get the first fireplace on you is bad. And or you should just and or you should have just plowed. Just plowing earlier. Do you have a hawk tower? No. You have a gift basket. And then you got past a collector. Oh, there's a wreck carpenter in this game? What? Wait, Teal has Carpenter's Apprentice wreck carpenter? And we just never saw the wreck carpenter? That's crazy. That's crazy. Why did we not see the recreational carpenter? Because Teal had no food? I guess the answer is because Teal had no food, but wow. Uh yeah, wow. Do you have a cooking hearth extension? No, you don't. You took crop rotation field. Okay, no, that's defensible. Wow, there's a wreck carpenter in this draft that Teal never played. That's crazy. Red was forcing the small house plan. Yeah, it was hard to get into the queue. I agree. I also had to go. I also had to accept I was only 3 rooming. Um because yeah, Red was deciding to take all the resources and like not actually get in the queue at the times I thought they were going to. Getting past collector though, I'm so jealous. So jealous. I wanted to get past the collector. Also, I was at the wrong spot in this draft, everybody. Like, my god. I got the first pick overachiever at least, I guess. So that is something, but frickin' Carpenter's Apprentice in a pack where there's no other card that's a sweet draft position. Take the Carp Apprentice and nobody else gets anything. First pick to bookmark over Grain Depot. I'm probably higher on Grain Depot, but Bookmark's very good, so like whatever, it's not that big a deal. It's just your Oxy we're looking at are shit, so. Okay, there is a Hawk Tower in this draft, but it wound up with Teal. Teal taking Hawk Tower is kind of wild. I mean, Hawk Tower is clearly better than the rest of these miners. Just take a small greenhouse with this hand, though. Like, Hawk Tower is a complete non-bow with your Carpenter's Apprentice. You're never doing both of those things. And you're committed to Forest Owner. You're never Hawk Tower. You're never Hawk Tower if you're taking Forest Owner. Like, take a Wood Cost Miner. Run your game plan. Commit to it. But yeah, Wreck Carpenter's insane here. I forgot that this pack was wildly good. I am so sad I only saw this pack once. This is so unfair. Also, you kind of made Hawk Tower hard with your early Reno. That's true. You made it hard on them, but Grain Depot Wheel, the baking course seems great. You agree on the Grain Depot? Yeah, I think Grain Depot's just better. I think Grain Depot can help you solve food if you don't have food. Or it could just be points. Like, it can help a lot of things. Wow, I forgot again. I forgot how good this pack was. I'm so sad I did not see this pack multiple times. Like, this pack is full of actually playable cards. I would like if this was my hand. This is such a great like. It's like, oh, just plow a bunch and get some veggies and like wreck carpenter and like be able to sow cheating ways and get extra feel. Like, oh, anyhow, I'm complaining. I do think throwing axe is just like clearly better than whatever Teal takes out of this. Teal takes syrup tap. I'll admit I used to be excited by syrup tap and always read. Oh no, they take ambition. Well, that's just like so wrong. They should be taking throwing axe, but they do correctly take Wreck Carpenter. That is wild to me that the Wreck Carpenter does not hit the table. Wreck Carpenter not hitting the table is wild, but oh, and this person saying they've enjoyed the streams. Thanks, glad to hear it. You've made it into a stream, buddy, whether or not you realize it. So, okay. Anyhow, Mighty Dragon, it was fun playing games with you today. Definitely fun watching your collector stuff go. So, thanks for playing. Thanks for gaming. Thanks everybody else for hanging out, chatting. It was a fun time. This is a little over 3 hours of streaming, so I'm definitely going to stop and go do other things, like probably go play the new Star Fox that I downloaded. That was part of my game plan for the day. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna go do. Slash chill and hang out, get some snacks. But yeah. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for the game of the stream. You think there's not as many take wood combos in BGA versus play Agricola, which is why syrup tap isn't as good? A little bit. I mean, syrup tap is still fine, to be clear. I think it's easy to get distracted by syrup tap. Also, like throwing axe is just a better syrup tap. But it turns out he didn't even take syrup tap. I just thought in my head that's what he took. But throwing axe though, whew, I'm a fan of throwing axe, especially when it works out well. Like, God, the fact that I just got 6 extra food. I don't know that I super needed the food to be fair, but this was a game where like 2 food when you were trying to take wood was pretty good. Also, the fact that nobody took the pigs made it better. The fact nobody was taking the pigs definitely made it better. But anyhow, yes, thank you. Thanks for the hope for the Star Fox in. But all right, sounds like things are happening downstairs at my house. So I'm guessing somebody is visiting, which is fair. Luckily, I'm ending the stream anyhow, so I'm gonna go see what's actually happening in my house now too, and go do other things. But yeah, glad to get the streams. Glad that we got a win. The first game was rough. Second game was like just a kind of interesting, scrappy affair. To be fair, like this is relatively close scores, but glad that we were on the right side of this one. Got back onto the win column after some tough games. So, all right, I'm truly off. See y'all later.